With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, this surely turned into an easy bingo. Once ticked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban it matters not if actually fun as child can't see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and party life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Thursday the 20th of April 2023, or obviously as it's known around the world and especially in America, 420. April the 20th, 420, people are losing their goddamn minds because it's like the stoner day. Big fucking deal. I've always thought it's kind of weird, but there you go. Today is 420, you know what I mean, and Phil's fucking chat already and full fucking, you know, geek out mode about it, you know what I mean, fucking people are enjoying the whole 420 shit, so there we go. Yeah, welcome to DSP Bingo. I do hope you're all doing well. Hope you enjoyed your, you know, your kind of detox day from Phil antics on the, you know, no Phil stream on Wednesday. There was no bingo on Wednesday. I do hope you all had a good time. I do hope you know, had a good wee, you know, just a nice little calm, did whatever you want. Also, that being said, on a live stream, a few other people were doing things as well, and it was good to, you know, just unwind and relax, whatever. I went here and there, I dabbled here and there, you know. I went to this stream, went to that stream, checked out this video, that video. But it was one of those things I did them on time, you know. I did a little bit of here, a little bit there, you know. But we're back for some bingo antics, of course. And as per the request of one DJ Runo, the centre square is a very specific centre square. He wanted me, I think, to do running around as a centre square. So we're going to have running around. Phil's saying running around because whenever he talks about his day off and the antics he does on his day off, he tends to use this phrase running around quite a lot. I actually checked it in Pig Go and it's actually a fairly common thing. It's like 6 to 8 different results for running around, and it usually kind of happens on Phil's day off stories like once a week or so, you know what I mean? Running around. It doesn't have to be about his day off antics in general. He can usually fucking talk about that kind of stuff when you're playing a game like Elden Ring. You run around in Elden Ring, for example. So who knows? You know what I mean? I think it's got a strong chance. But yeah, DJ Nono wanted running around. I think it was anyway. He told me on Tuesday this kind of request for the bingo centre square. And I told him to remind me, and I don't think he's had a chance to remind me, so I tried to ask him before bingo today, but I don't think he's available right now, so I'm thinking it was running around. But so we're just going to go with that, fuck it. Let's spin the wheel and determine today's bingo card criteria. Spin, you ugly bastard. Spin somewhere. Oh, reality. Looks like it's going to be reality. Fantastic stuff indeed. So, reality is a card criteria for today's bingo, and oops, fucking it'd be helpful if I can spell the goddamn thing right. Reality, we need a number between 1 and 187. The first number in chat, which I see, which contains a number 4, will be the card I pick for today's bingo antics. In honour of April, it needs to contain the number 4. 184 from Ethan was the first number I saw in chat, which had, you know, the set requirements. So Ethan's suggestion of 184 was the first one I saw, which has a number 4 in it, of course. Other people did have numbers before that, but they didn't have 4. So it's easy to go backwards, of course, and here we go. This is the card we have for today's bingo antics, the left-hand side card. Some people did jump the gun, yeah. Sometimes I'm a mean bastard and I fucking get a wee... I see people try and fucking get a number in early on, even before I fucking ask a question. So I think to myself, you know what, I'm going to fucking just, set a wee kind of special criteria to try and fucking, just make sure nobody tries to fucking jump the gun. But a card on the left-hand side is a card we have for today's bingo antics, and we can go through it very quickly. So Phil has to say positive, his voice has to crack, him saying reality, goal, and wrong. Then he has to flail his arms, him messing with his phone, him butchering a word, him having dead air, and him standing up, a whole row full of actions. Then the third row is Phil saying, you know what I mean, admittedly, running around, update, and him slapping his leg. And there's DJ Dino there. Was I right in saying running around was your centre square? It was running around. Cool, it was. I got it right then. I was trying to guess, you know what I mean, because I couldn't mind what it was, but I got it right. There you go. So DJ Dino has confirmed it was running around as a centre square. Cool stuff. So the fourth row is Phil's pig-splaining something. Him saying nobody, or no one. Him bumping his microphone. Him making a weird noise, and him doing a lean and ban somebody. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying new games, in fact, him drinking, him saying here's the thing, and example. I think this is a very strong card indeed. I feel quite optimistic about this card. So we'll have to wait and see if we can get a full 25 out of 25 on this card. Now let me just save it before I forget to save it, because sometimes I do forget to save the cards, which is kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. But there we go. I say sometimes, I forgot to save it one time. Never forget, but yeah. But as I said, I do hope everyone's enjoying their day. I hope everyone's looking forward to the upcoming weekend. Today's been a good day for me, like so far. It's been work went well. Like I went and blitzed through work. I went and finished it. Well, I couldn't finish early, but I did everything I had to do work wise. I finished that kind of early, so I just kind of floated around essentially until we clock out. But yeah, it was a good day for me work wise. Things went very smoothly. It's a nice day here in Scotland. It's a sunny day. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunshine. It's a very warm, tops off kind of weather. 13 degrees Celsius here. We're practically cooking in Scotland. Our pale blue skin might actually start to fucking turn white. But there you go. so it's quite good to actually fucking enjoy some nice weather. You know what I mean? It's a sign of summer on the horizon. So it's nice to get some sunshine and enjoy getting out and about as well at times, just to fucking a wee walk at lunchtime, for example, in between work, whatever. I mean, it's good to really enjoy the good weather when you can. But yeah, good stuff. I'm having a good wee day so far, and hopefully tomorrow goes smoothly as well. I've got that to look forward to too. So, yeah, I am. That's the card been saved. Let's get the card all set up. So, as you can see, Phil's members has dropped again. He has now gone down to 559 members in total. Kinda funny. Decepticon says, have you tried moving to a place with better weather and a superior country like France? Pal, France is not superior to Scotland. Most places are not superior to Scotland. Scotland has done so much for the world. The things that they've invented, the things that they fucking, the creations, there's so many things around the world because of Scottish people, including alcoholism and high drug deaths. But not just that. Who else will deep fry all your fucking, food? We go to France, we deep fry our fucking croissants. We go to Italy, we'll deep fry our fucking pizzas. But yeah. But I mean, I couldn't imagine myself living away from Scotland. It's one of those things where it's like, I do like seeing other countries as well, you know what I mean? But I can't ever see myself ever wanting to leave Scotland. I'd miss it too much. But hey, home is where the heart is and all that jazz. Anyway, I'm going to get this card all set up, and while I do that, I will go through quickly some of the stipulations for free spaces in case people are new. So if you are new to DSP Bingo, first of all, welcome. I do hope you're all doing well. Secondly, we have a variety of ways for us to get free spaces on the bingo card that you see before you. First of all, if Phil snorts 25 times before he starts recording for his gameplay for YouTube, that will be a free space. If Phil burps 10 times before he starts recording for his gameplay for YouTube, that too will be a free space. If we get 100 likes on this stream while playing bingo, that too is a free space. And if Phil gets 100 likes before, and he blows bubbles for his dumbass audience, before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that is also a free space. And these things double up, you know what I mean? So if Phil snorts 50 times, 2 free spaces. If Phil burps 20 times, that's 2 free spaces as well. So you see what I mean, you know, it all doubles up, and, you know, these things can, you know, pile on and just kind of roll over essentially, depending on how snorty and burpy Phil is feeling this particular day. So fingers crossed. Hopefully we won't need the free spaces, but they're there if we need them. And also, as you know, so you guys could impact whether we fucking win bingo or not if you fucking like the stream. So I no pressure or anything, but you liking the stream could be a difference between a full house and no a full house. I'm just fucking saying. So there you go. hint and all that jazz. But yeah, Phil's in his chat, as you can see. You know, I got you know, the wee chat boxes and below the bingo card on the screen, and yeah, Phil was just fucking talking about his full week of variety and fun. So fucking ready for that. And maybe some Street Fighter 6. Phil's saying they might do some Street Fighter 6. So is it a thing? I love Phil's fucking hypocrisy about he's going to react to the Street Fighter 6 live stream kind of announcement thing, but he's not going to go over and do it on DSP Reacts, which is strange. He's going to keep it on DSP Gaming, surely due to him being a lazy bastard. So I don't know, it's going to be a strange one. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we're just waiting for Phil to go live. I mean, the bingo's all set up, you know what I mean? We're ready, raring to go. I think, what the fuck's he saying? Why is he fucking yelling in his chat, my arm, oh my god? Is this the heart attack saga? Is this the heart attack saga starting? Kagome with some terrible news in his chat. It's a bad time for Phil to be joking. Kagome just shared in the chat that he's not in a happy mood because his friend unexpectedly passed away. And Phil, to be fair, did respond to that saying, "Geez, I'm sorry to hear that." And then he immediately went, my arm, oh my god, the secret revealed, exposed live on stream. Basically, Phil's arm was visible on stream. So he immediately went to clown mode. Like, he didn't miss a beat. He instantly, immediately, without a shadow of hesitation, went straight to clown mode, right after typing to Kagome saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." Which is a bit... You could have fucking reined in, Phil, you know what I mean? You could have just, like, you know, held back. You know, but hey, I don't have a lot of sympathy for Phil's fans, as you know. Fools and their money are easily parted. If Phil's fans are dumb enough to fucking give Phil their money every single fucking month, then fucking fair enough, you know what I mean? We can only tell them so many times, you know what I mean, where it's fucking all going, you know what I mean, how much of a waste of fucking time it is, you know what I mean? But at the same time though, it's a shame that Kagome is going through that. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, you know what I mean? So it's a shame that they're suffering a loss right now. It really is. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know, when are people going to wake up? When are fucking Phil's audience going to fucking realise Phil does not really care about what they're fucking going through? You know? They're never going to fucking clue on to the fact that... I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, whenever... I mean, I don't naturally invite people to also fucking pour their heart out to me, but I'm still here to listen to people if need be. You know, I've always tried to encourage that it's always... I'm always able to, or try and make myself available to listen if needed. You know, sometimes it's good to talk, and people just sometimes you need someone to listen to, you know what I mean? But yeah, so, and Phil... Will Phil even remember Kagome's suffering, I wonder? Will Phil even check in on Kagome and see how he's doing later on? Or will he will only wait for Kagome to let him speak to him first about random something? Yeah, it's one of those things, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I could understand it if Phil was such a fucking, like, massive streamer in terms of fucking how busy his chat was, that it'd be hard for him to keep track of all... But no, Phil has a few people that he fucking sees on the regular in his chat. It's quite a few familiar names for him. Your Jades, your Derricks, your fucking Super Blind Man, who's not even fucking all there all the time, but you get what I'm saying. So you'd think he would fucking, you know, make a point to fucking make sure that these regulars that he knows, you know what I mean? He'd fucking make sure they're okay. I don't know, man. That's just my taking it anyway. So the Street Fighter 6 live event is today, I think. Right, okay, that makes sense, because he's done Elden Ring for the past 2 days. Yeah. There's 3 days of Elden Ring in a row, as you can see. And the past 2 streams, Phil has made $100 on both of them. So he'll be expecting something close to that again, although he won't have a full day stream of Elden Ring because he will have to drop it for the React thing he's planned to do. Christ, man. But, okay, so I'm just waiting for Phil to go live, as I said, and, yeah, I think I'm going to turn the music up. You guys can enjoy Meerkat's quality music while we wait for Phil to properly begin the show. So yeah, thank you guys once again for being here. I do hope you all are looking forward to a robust bingo show. Fingers crossed we can get a full house 25 out of 25 on the card, because that means that if we get 25 out of 25, one of you guys can win a prize. So yeah, enjoy the music. Phil's day off, quite a fitting tune, I feel, to enjoy.
Big ups Meerkat.
It's my day off. Might leave the can right on the jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pulls and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the can right on the jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pulls and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
As you can see, Phil is about to go live right now. Dashes, it's never too late, by the way, Dashes, it's never too late, because we have the power of a pause button. So there we go. Dashes sent me something apparently, and I think it is for the stream. Oh, it's because... Oh, okay, I see. So it's because I was fucking, waxing lyrical about all this things that Scotland has done. So Dashy found a QI clip, which is a quiz show hosted by Stephen Fry, a list of Scottish inventions. Long story short, the Scottish have invented a whole lot of fucking shit, including things like penicillin and the steam engine, and even maybe something to do with telephones and all that shit, but if I can go, I don't know. But we can, fuck it, we'll give it a quick check. So here we go. This is what Dash sent.
I will now tell you what they've invented.
Yes.
Scotch inventions and discoveries include adhesive stamps, the Australian national anthem, the Bank of England, bicycle pedals, the breech-loading rifle, you notice I'm going in alphabetical order, Bovril, the cell nucleus, chloroform, the cloud chamber, cornflower, a cure for malaria, the decimal point, the Encyclopedia Britannica, fountain pens, fingerprinting, hypnosis, hypodermic syringes, insulin, the kaleidoscope, the lawnmower, lime cordial, logarithms, lorries, marmalade, matches, motor insurance, paraffin, piano pedals, the postmark, pneumatic tyres, radar, the reflecting telescope, savings banks, the screw propeller, the speedometer, the steam hammer, raincoats, tarmac, teleprinters, tubular steel, typhoid vaccine, ultrasound scanners, the United States Navy, universal standard time, vacuum flasks, wave-powered electricity generations, and wire rope.
Is that all? Is that all we've invented? There we go. Cheers for that, Dashy. So, aye. That's all the Scottish inventions we fucking made. Also pretty certain that there's a fairly strong Scottish influence in the Ku Klux Klan, but we won't talk about that, We'll just stick to the good things, the word clan, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. Wonder where the clan got that fucking word from. Let's just not talk about that shit though, okay? Let's just ignore that bad fucking element of Scottish influence in the world as well. But yeah, Phil is about to begin the stream, as you can see, so fingers crossed we can get a full house. You all know the rules and stipulations by now. Please tag me in the chat in case we miss anything on the card. I don't try and miss things on the card, I just do sometimes because I am a stupid bastard. Nothing I can do, bug bingo mechanics and all that jazz. So, yeah, on that note, let's hope we can get a full house today, fingers crossed. And, oh yeah, I need if I can change this as well to show that, and we can hide that view for, hold on, that view for now, cool. But yeah, on this note, fingers crossed we can get the full house bingo victory today. Here, if I can go, and is there something I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, Phil's a bitch.
Hello everyone, Phil here, and welcome to the show. The Level 1 podcast, that is.
How's everyone today? Welcome back after a day off yesterday. Today is Thursday, the 20th of April, 2023. Oh my God. Today's date is nothing special. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing good, because today is a very epic day for many various reasons. I mean, first of all, take a look at the layout of the show. If you can't tell, today I am celebrating the...
Hold on. You guys need to see it. There you go.
release of the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters for modern consoles.
Giant who fucking cares? Not about the fucking game being released. I'm sure people are excited about the fucking game being released, but Giant who fucking cares about your shitey fucking layout? Enough of that pish.
Although these games have actually been out for a little over a year on PC, we've all been fervently awaiting their porting to consoles so that everyone can play them. And now they are, and I'm excited because I'm actually starting up with one of these games tonight on the late stream per your voting. So obviously that's something to celebrate. Playing classic Final Fantasy, which I love. I grew up playing them, and I cannot wait to actually play one for the very first time with all of you tonight. Although I've played the game before, it's always been before I was a YouTuber. So now finally being able to play this game in a modern setting with an interactive audience should be excellent. That is Final Fantasy V, and that starts later today. But in addition to that, today is a very special day because not only will we be playing a game on this first stream, okay? However, there is also a special presentation today starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Now, normally my streams run from 10:45 a.m. Pacific time all the way till 4 p.m. And that's pretty much the case for today. However, in light of this epic presentation that is happening regarding Street Fighter 6, here's what we're going to do. I am actually going to shorten the Level 1 podcast today a little bit. Usually this podcast runs till around 12:30.
What? This might hamper us getting a full house.
Ish, but in light of the fact that we have this Street Fighter presentation that's going to happen 3 p.m., I would like to try to get at least 2 hours in of Elden Ring. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop this podcast maybe 20-30 minutes early.
Son of a bitch. The thing is, we've already started the goddamn bingo. We need to fucking crack on now. Lower the free space. I don't know. When you need to wing it, who knows?
If I can help it. And then we're going to play 2 hours of Elden Ring. Then we're going to take a short break for me to set up, because I need to swap consoles and swap the setup a bit to prepare for the live react for the presentation of Street Fighter 6 at 3 p.m. And then we will watch it live here together. This stream will not end or anything. It's going to be the same stream. We're going to watch it live together for the hour and live react to it. And I will give you all of my thoughts during and after the presentation. And then I'm going to upload that over on DSP React. So there you go. Now that's very different. Usually this is just a gameplay stream, but being that this is going to likely be a very epic presentation, I'm excited. Shall we just jump right into the discussion about the presentation now and get it out of the way? I think we should. That way we can have it already be discussed. So here's the deal. 3 p.m. Pacific time. It's a 1 hour long presentation, okay? It's digital, and I think it's going to be on Capcom's channel, so we'll probably just jump onto the YouTube app here on my Xbox and try to find the Capcom channel and watch it that way. However, there's a few interesting things about this presentation that make it unique and why I'm really interested in watching it. The first is, it's hosted by Lil Wayne. And we all know that Lil Wayne is such a icon of modern pop culture and music that the fact that this digital presentation will be hosted by him just means that Street Fighter 6 will sell at least 3 to 4 times more than if they had not gotten Lil Wayne for this. So what a genius move by Capcom to hire someone who has absolutely nothing to do with the game to present it. It's definitely going to put butts in seats and make more people watch and buy the game. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Anyway, the real reason that I'm excited for this presentation is because this presentation is focusing on everything that is not competitive fighting game. I know that sounds a little weird because Street Fighter is a competitive fighting game. So you might say, well, I don't get it. Is it focusing on new characters? No. Gameplay mechanics? No. Online connectivity and online play? No. Well, isn't that the focus of the game? Yes. Or is it? And the reason I say that is today's hour-long presentation.
This sucks. This stream already. I mean, Bing Phil is blowing the crap at me already. I don't know. I don't know if this is only going to last like an hour instead of an hour and a half. I am torn between what to do. I mean, give me a second here. Hold on. We're not far into it. No, we're not doing a QI stream. Give me a second here. Just bear with me here. Because I am thinking of a 3x3 square. So if I set up a free, it's just, I mean, I could let it roll, but I want you guys to have a chance to win. You know, I don't want to fucking shortchange you guys. I don't want to fucking, you know, I feel like I've been ripping you off. I'm not saying rip you off, but you know, you know what I'm saying, you know. Running around will still be the centre square. Running around is still going to be a centre square. We're still going to base it on, you know, reality. It's going to be a 3x3. You guys can't see anything right now, don't worry about it. So, we have how many squares for reality? Oh, I need a number between 1 and 70. Guys, quickly. Quickly. I need a number between 1 and 70. Which we're going to make a new card, very quickly. And, 69 was the first number I saw in chat. Test stupid, okay. It's a good number, I can't deny. The 69th bingo card is the 70th result. So, this card here on the right hand side, reality, interactive, no, I don't mind going back and starting again. It means we can go 1.5 speed as well right at the start. So, fuck it, you know, we're not far at all from the start of the bingo, keep in mind. But if he's only making this like 60 minutes long instead of 90 minutes long, I feel we might as well make sure that if it's going to be a shorter podcast, it's going to be a smaller card, and you guys have a better chance of winning. And this card on the right hand side here is our card for the bingo, and I think it's a good one. I quite like the look of it. So I think we've got a good chance, and we've got a strong chance. I'm just, yeah, I'll let you go through two things. Yeah, he's shortening the podcast, which is why I'm thinking of 3x3 square instead. Okay, hold on. So, I'll just save it very quickly. Okay, cool stuff. So I saved the card, fantastic. I'm back here. So I'm gonna replace this bingo card. In fact, I'm just going to go back to the start of the stream. So we're not actually that far, you know, into it. Jesus man, we're really fucking. Fuck it. And we'll go 1.5 immediately. Means we can fucking turbo our way fucking through this shit. But I need to change this card, so. Hold on. Opening. And I want to use this one instead. Yeah, sure, save that one. Cool stuff. I need to also make sure it looks different on here, so I need to. It looks a bit strange on screen, I know, but if I just do this, and then drag that bad boy here, there we go. And we're ready to go, just like that, ready to go. We're going again, 1.5 speed the whole way. We have a smaller card if we win, still a normal prize fund. Phil randomly giving us a shorter podcast, but this has a very strong chance of winning. We only need 9 squares instead of fucking 25.
Hello everyone, Phil here, and welcome to the show. The Level 1 podcast, that is. How's everyone today? Welcome back after a day off yesterday. Today is Thursday, the 20th of April, 2023. Oh my god! Today's day is nothing special. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing good, because today is a very epic day for many various reasons. I mean, first of all, take a look at the layout of the show. If you can't tell, today I am celebrating the release of the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters for modern consoles. Although these games have actually been out for a little over a year on PC, we've all been fervently awaiting their porting to consoles so that everyone can play them. And now they are, and I'm excited because I'm actually starting up with one of these games tonight on the late stream per your voting. So obviously that's something to celebrate. Playing classic Final Fantasy, which I love, I grew up playing them, and I cannot wait to actually play one for the very first time with all of you tonight. Although I played the game before, it's always been before I was a YouTuber. So now finally being able to play this game in a modern setting with an interactive audience should be excellent. That is Final Fantasy V, and that starts later today. But in addition to that, today's a very special day because not only will we be playing a game on this first stream, okay? However, there is also a special presentation today starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Now, normally my streams run from 10:45 a.m. Pacific time all the way till 4 p.m. And that's pretty much the case for today. However, in light of this epic presentation that is happening regarding Street Fighter 6, here's what we're going to do. I am actually going to shorten the Level 1 podcast today a little bit.
And because of that, it is a 3x3 square on today's bingo card. So I went back and made it a smaller square, smaller card to make sure you guys have a good strong chance of maybe having a win here. Because there's no way I feel would have won a bingo if I had 25 out of 25 for a shorter podcast. For Phil to shorten the podcast by a whole third, it seems a bit unfair to me. And yeah, as Sokid says, he says, I knew he said interactive at the start. Oh, that's the wrong colour. Hold on, there we go, it's better. Okay, so interactive is ready ticked off, fantastic stuff. And yeah, I'll say it's still the same rules apply. 10 burps, free space, 25 snorts, free space. We only need 9 squares ticked here, and you guys can win. So yeah, shorter podcast, but fuck it, if Phil can change the rules on the fly, so can we.
Usually this podcast runs till around 12:30-ish, but in light of the fact that we have this Street Fighter presentation that's going to happen at 3 p.m., I would like to try to get at least 2 hours in of Elden Ring. So
Brian A says this makes it absolutely clear that the only reason he's using DSP Reacts, which he's uploading it to, is to avoid copyright strikes on his main channel, by the way. That's a good shout. It could very well be the case. Might very well be.
what we're going to do is we're going to stop this podcast maybe 20-30 minutes early, if I can help it, and then we're going to play 2 hours of Elden Ring. Then we're going to take a short break for me to set up, because I need to swap consoles and swap the setup a bit to prepare for the live react for the presentation of Street Fighter 6 at 3 p.m. And then we will watch it live here together. This stream will not end or anything. It's going to be the same stream. We're going to watch it live together for the hour and live react to it. And I will give you all of my thoughts during and after the presentation. And then I'm going to upload that over on DSP React. So there you go. Now that's very different. Usually this is just a gameplay stream, but being that this is going to likely be a very epic presentation, I'm excited. Shall we just jump right into the discussion about the presentation now and get it out of the way? I think we should. That way we can have it already be discussed. So here's the deal. 3 p.m. Pacific time. It's a 1 hour long presentation, okay? It's digital, and I think it's going to be on Capcom's channel, so we'll probably just jump onto the YouTube app here on my Xbox and try to find the Capcom channel and watch it that way. However, there's a few interesting things about this presentation that make it unique and why I'm really interested in watching it. The first is, it's hosted by Lil Wayne. And we all know that Lil Wayne is such a icon of modern pop culture and music that the fact that this digital presentation will be hosted by him just means that Street Fighter 6 will sell at least 3 to 4 times more than if they had not gotten Lil Wayne for this. So what a genius move by Capcom to hire someone who has absolutely nothing to do with the game to present it. It's definitely going to put butts in seats and make more people watch and buy the game. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Anyway, the real reason that I'm excited for this presentation is because this presentation is focusing on everything that is not competitive fighting game. I know that sounds a little weird because Street Fighter is a competitive fighting game. So you might say, well, I don't get it. Is it focusing on new characters? No. Gameplay mechanics? No. Online connectivity and online play? No. Well, isn't that the focus of the game? Yes. Or is it? And the reason I say that is today's hour-long presentation is focusing on World Tour Mode and the Battle Hub. And at the end of the presentation, they're supposed to have a special announcement. They've hyped this up, a very special announcement at the very end, so you're going to want to watch it to the end. Okay? So, with these 3 topics, let's discuss each one. Because here's, speculation is rampant all over the internet about what these topics will be and how they're going to cover them. First of all, what is World Tour Mode? World Tour Mode is the story mode / single-player content of Street Fighter 6. Now, this is a total 180 approach from Capcom. If you remember the launch of Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 5 had 0 single-player content. Like, literally 0. None. It launched with just online play. It took them months to launch single-player modes that people would play, and even then they never really caught on because they came out so late. Most people who bought Street Fighter 5 at launch were disappointed because it was a bare-bones game approach with only online play and competitive play being the focus, okay? What they've announced here is that with Street Fighter 6, there will be an interesting and robust, yes, I said the word, robust, single-player mode. You will be able to create your own fighter. This fighter will travel through the world of Street Fighter 6, which is based in Metro City, the same city where Final Fight takes place. And this fighter will be going around fighting enemies. Maybe it'll be more generic enemies, maybe it'll be boss fights against the actual fighters of the game. And as you play through, you'll be able to customize your created character. What people are assuming is that depending on what fights you choose and what you do in this open world will determine what abilities your character will have. Imagine you being able to build a fighting game character from the ground up. Maybe like a zoner who throws fireballs and does anti-airs and people try to jump over them. Maybe like a grappler who gets in close, absorbing hits and then using super armor to grab the opponent and slam them down.
Before I get too far into this, I want to give everyone a chance, okay? I want to give everyone the option. Do you prefer the 3x3 or the 5x5? I personally thought the 3x3 would have given people a better chance to win. But I know some people want to just keep rolling with the 5x5 even though it's going to be a shorter podcast. It's not too late to go back to the 5x5 and kind of go back to where we left off. If people want that, because I know some people weren't right there. So we can stick to the 3x3 or we can go back to the 5x5. We're not too far ahead of where I stopped the first time, so it wouldn't be going back to the start again. So it's like basically this is the point of no return. Most people are saying 3x3. A couple of people are saying 5x5. I still have the card saved. I saved it. I saved the 5x5 card as well. I have them both saved. But as I said, I just stopped. I mean, I just want to make sure you guys also are happy with the card selection. I personally just thought 5x5 card, shorter podcast, people would get robbed and denied of getting a full house because Phil was doing it shorter. So my thought process was 3x3. But people are saying this is a far tougher card. They're not really... People thought it might be a better chat. I don't know. But most people are saying 3x3, so we'll just stick with 3x3 then, I think. I think the general consensus is 3x3. We're still doing the free spaces, by the way. The free spaces count. I am not denying you guys free spaces. If Phil snorts 25 times, you guys get a free fucking space.
Maybe like a fast character that rushes down.
So we're just going to crack on it, guys, right? 3x3, we're locked in.
Right? All these things are viable if you're creating your own character in the Street Fighter universe. That's kind of neat. And by the way, that has absolutely never been done before in Street Fighter. All right? So that's supposed to be World Tour mode. Now, how long will it be? How much content will it have? Will it actually have a concrete story to follow? And will it be meaningful? Or is this going to be a 4-hour-long, rush through, beat it in one sitting, not very interesting mode? That's nice to say it's in there, but it's not a big focus. That's honestly what we're going to learn today during this digital presentation, okay? The fact that they're doing an hour-long digital presentation that is not dedicated to the competitive nature of the game makes me feel confident that Capcom has absolutely learned from their mistakes 7 years ago with the release of Street Fighter V, and now they want to make up for them by adding in significant single-player content. One of the major things that was a huge problem between Street Fighter 4 and 5 is that Capcom lost the casual audience. There was a humongous amount of casual fighting game players who bought Street Fighter 4 because of the hype behind it, because of the reinvigoration of the fighting game community with these modernized graphics and dumbed down ease of access controls for the common person. It wasn't a game that had a lot of difficulty to jump in and do special moves and things because they wanted it to appeal to the masses. That's great. But then with Street Fighter 5, Capcom literally only focused on the competitive side of it. They released a game with only online play, no other content, and people who were more casual players from Street Fighter 4 were completely turned off and walked away. Now, over the years, they did gather more of a player base, which is great, but it took them 7 years. With Street Fighter 4, they had that hype and player base at launch, and that game broke records and sold crazy, and there was an entire industry that was reinvigorated by the launch of Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 had zero impact on the fighting game industry. In fact, some would argue it actually hurt it, while other games tried to survive, like Tekken and stuff, and you know, Smash Brothers. Street Fighter kind of floundered and definitely failed for a couple of years until they finally kind of regained their footing after rebalancing the game so many different times. So, if Capcom truly is focusing on an offline single-player mode, this could mean that there will be people who like fighting games but aren't competitive players who would consider buying the game and actually being a part of the community for the first time in many, many years. Instead of it just being we're a competitive community, now you can just be we're a community who like fighting games. That's a whole different mentality, and that's something that Capcom has been sorely missing in the last 7 years with Street Fighter V. Maybe they can get it back with Street Fighter 6, okay? So in addition to the World Tour battle mode that we're supposed to be explained about today, then we've got Battle Hub. For those who don't know what Battle Hub is, Street Fighter 6 has a unique mode where when you're online and you're looking for matches, you're not just sitting in a menu. There's a whole virtual lobby that you go in and you create an avatar for it, and there's things to do while you're waiting for a match. You can sit down in a cabinet in training mode and practice the game. You can challenge someone who's sitting there to a one-on-one match, just like if you were in a real-life arcade sitting down and challenging someone who's at an arcade machine. Supposedly, there's supposed to be a bunch of content in Battle Hub. Now, it wasn't present in the 2 closed betas that have previously happened. It was just stand around with your avatar and then play a match. That was really it. But apparently, there's even a rumor a game like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo will be in Battle Hub. Now, does that mean that it'll just be there for you to play single player against the computer while you kill time while you wait for a match? Or does that mean you can actually have matches against people online? Nobody knows, all right? I'm surmising it's just offline, which is still nice. If you're killing time, hey, I'm waiting for a Street Fighter 6 match, throw me in a Super Turbo, let me pick a character, play for a minute until I find a good match, right? It'll definitely help the time fly by. So I hope this is what it is, but at the same time, wouldn't it be amazing if they actually had online play for it too? I don't think they're going to. But apparently it's not just supposed to be Super Turbo. There's other content too that's going to be in Battle Hub, and that also will be explained today in the hour-long digital presentation. So do you see the point? The point is Capcom is saying, we understand you like the competitive online play. We've talked about it. We've had 2 betas of it, and we've shown you characters. But now let's show you the other reasons to buy the game. That's good. That's very good that they're doing that, because they had no reasons to buy Street Fighter V at launch besides the competitive play. It had no content. This game will actually have full-fledged content, apparently. So that's what we're going to learn at 3 p.m. today. But in addition to all of that, there is the secret announcement that they're saying is going to be the very exciting announcement at the end of the show. Well, essentially, guys, the beans have already been spilled, because once again, Twitch TV has done it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Twitch TV has completely botched everything. Are you ready for this? So you might be wondering, what will the special announcement be? Well, Twitch, in all of their wisdom, just listen to this, has a special program, a bounty program, for watching and streaming certain content. And if you get a certain amount of viewers while watching or streaming certain content, you get paid money, because it's basically considered paid promotion, okay? Yeah, this bounty program still exists, even though it's been it's basically been around for a long-ass time.
Phil is not very kind of happy with the bounty program because Twitch kind of, you know, removed him from it. and he wasn't very happy. So yeah, Phil was so toxic and so horrible as a person whenever he was fucking playing games, and basically so horrible to his audience, that any time he fucking tried to do a bounty game in the past, he would sign up to it, he would announce it, and then detractors would usually fucking go to that fucking game developer's Twitter and tell them exactly who was playing the game for them. And those game developers would usually not be very happy. World of Tanks was one example. Phil was going to play on the bounty system World of Tanks, and yeah, they ended up saying, we don't like this guy representing our game, as a sponsorship, and yeah. So Phil was kind of, Phil does not have fond memories of Twitch's bounty program.
Anyway, so Twitch botches it. How did they botch it? So they have a bounty for watching the Street Fighter 6 presentation, but apparently the bounty is longer than the presentation, which doesn't make sense. How could you watch it for longer than an hour if it's only an hour? Oh, by the way, there's a download now link attached to the bounty, which makes no sense because what would you be downloading for the presentation? And now you know. This sounds like they have completely spoiled it. There's going to likely be an open beta for Street Fighter 6 that will launch literally after the end of this digital presentation today. And if that's the case, obviously everyone's going to flood to go get this beta and play it. Now, if it's anything like the previous two closed betas, it will likely run throughout the entirety of the weekend, okay? But if this is true, and it is happening this weekend, here's the question. What content will be in the beta? Because there's already been two closed betas that I've been a part of, and I enjoyed being a part of, and I actually liked the game based off of what I did in those closed betas. But both closed betas were identical, okay? And the closed betas were for 8 different characters. I think it was Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Juri, Jamie, Kimberly, Guile, and Luke. Okay, those 8 characters were featured in the closed betas that I played. And I played with everyone, but I didn't play with Luke, Ken, or Kimberly. I played with 5 characters during that beta, okay? Now, if this beta, this open beta, is literally just the same beta a third time, I'm not interested.
Why don't you fucking play it again with the characters you've not touched yet? You have 3 characters you've not even fucking tried yet. Which would be kind of new content for you to fucking explore.
I really have no interest in playing the exact same beta 3 times in a row.
But it wouldn't be the same if you fucking picked other characters.
I've played with 5 out of the 8 characters. I'll be honest, I probably will never play with certain characters like Kimberly, probably not. Luke, I don't know. Ken.
Why? Why? What reason, Phil? You not even tried them. You're fucking rolling them out before you even fucking try them. Why?
I'll probably give a shot. But I'm much more interested in the characters that I have an affinity for from older Street Fighter games. For example, Blanka, E Honda, Zangief. Those are the characters. Oh, Dalsim. Those are the characters that I probably really enjoy playing. Maybe even someone said Cammy. Probably Cammy. Those characters I'm interested in, for sure. You know who else I want to use? The new characters. Marissa, Manon, or is it Manon? I don't know how to say her name. Lily. Those characters are intriguing me because they look interesting and they look new and unique. I don't want to play the same characters, the same ones I played 3 times in a row now. That's boring to me, you see? Even though the last beta was in December, I have no desire to go back and play with them again. I want to play with a variety of characters.
But a certain variety of characters. Look, you picked, 5 out of 8 characters last time. You ignored 3 whole characters from the beta, saying you're not interested. Doesn't sound like a huge fucking amount of variety to me. You ignored 3 of them altogether. Both times.
And so, if this beta does launch today, and they announce it's just the same beta for the 3rd time, I'm not going to play it. And instead, we're just going to go with my regular schedule like we already talked about for this weekend, okay? However, if they announce, oh, open beta, oh, and by the way, we've added in all these new characters to try out, then I'm probably going to be playing the beta this weekend, okay? Now, how much, to what extent, and all of that we can hash out together, because I already had a schedule for the weekend, and I'm going to have to mix it up now in order to play Street Fighter 6. Essentially, what I might do is juggle around some of my streams where basically the daytime streams will be moved around. Like, for example, let's say the Street Fighter 6 beta launches and it's all new characters. Then probably tomorrow's main stream, I'll play Street Fighter 6 and try out the new characters, okay? Just makes sense. And then what we'll do is we'll delay the finale of Silent Hill 3 until later in the week, until we have a whole stream where I want to play it and finish it. But I'm probably going to end up playing Street Fighter 6 likely like Friday and Sunday is what I'm thinking. I'll probably do like 2 big streams. Maybe I'll even do it as the night stream on Saturday. So that way I get 3 streams of it. It's a good variety of content. Maybe I can mess around with all different characters during this time frame. Okay? So that's the deal. All right? And I hope the rumors are true, and I hope that they actually do this the right way and add new characters. Because again, if it just ends up being the same thing that is boring to me, and I'm just going to go with my normal schedule. All right? So, we're looking for 3 important things during this digital presentation later today. Information on the World Tour mode, information on what's in Battle Hub, and what is the super secret, special announcement at the end of the event, which likely is going to be the announcement of this beta. Okay? And based on that, we can make determinations about what I'll be doing for the rest of this weekend. If the beta is an exciting one, I'll probably do it mainstream on Friday, late night stream Saturday, mainstream on Sunday. And then everything else will be balanced in along with that during the course of the week. If not, then we'll just go along with the normal schedule, which we're about to talk about, by the way. So, okay. Now, you may have noticed, and what I'm talking about I'm not really mentioning Dead Island 2. If you want an explanation about Dead Island 2, what it is and why I'm not playing it, check out the podcast from Tuesday where I talk about it for a good chunk, and I talk to you about how it's just a boring-ass game, repetitive gameplay, nothing original, kind of just a grind, and not something that's going to make any sense for my streams, nor any sense to spend money on. It'll be another game I play 1 or 2 streams if we're bored and we move on. The problem with modern gaming is that most of these games coming out in the last few months have been not very interesting. The best games this year have been remakes. Dead Space remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, and then there was Hogwarts Legacy, which was great in the beginning, and then the second half fizzles out. There really haven't been any great high-profile games yet this year. We're hoping to change that next week with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and hopefully every week moving forward there'll be a new game that's a high-profile, interesting game. But right now, things have been kind of, a dead time. And I'm not going to spend money on a game like that we know is not going to be good. Doesn't matter how many people sit here in the chat and scream about it, saying, oh, you're not a variety streamer anymore. Well, guess what? I'm a variety streamer who plays games that are fucking good. I'm not going to waste time on a game that everyone has been saying is not good. Oh, but it's for variety. Well, fuck that. I have limited time on this planet. I have limited time to stream. I'd be pulled in a million directions. You want me to do react content. You want me to do gameplay. You want me to do this and that. I'm not going to be wasting time on a game I absolutely know is not that good.
I just love the fucking rationale. I love the fucking rationale and fucking big spinning logic behind it, you know what I mean? I have a limited time on this planet, like we don't. Apparently other people, don't, he's the only person that has limited time on his planet. Welcome to fucking the reality of the situation, Phil, for every single person on the planet. Every single living organism on the planet, that is a reality in this situation. Oh my god, limited number of... Oh my... Jesus Christ, Phil. I love how Phil trusts game reviewers sometimes. You know, not all the time, but sometimes. He'll fucking slander him as much as fucking possible when it's fucking for his own benefit. You know, but nah, in this situation, no, they're fucking dead on, accurate and right, and they fucking can't be wrong. Holy shit. Such a negative bastard.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Warren for a super chat. It says he's so negative about everything. He really fucking is. He really is. I'll rewind it one more time just to see Phil explain it even more.
Hopefully every week moving forward there'll be a new game that's a high-profile, interesting game. But right now, things have been kind of, a dead time. And I'm not going to spend money on a game like that we know is not going to be good. Doesn't matter how many people sit here in the chat and scream about it, saying, oh, you're not a variety streamer anymore. Well, guess what? I'm a variety streamer who plays games that are fucking good. I'm not going to waste time on a game that everyone has been saying is not good.
Well, but if you look at the most recent games, you look at Phil's fucking recent catalogue of games he's been fucking playing. Like his most recent fucking playthroughs. Let's see him click on the playlists. Silent Hill 3. He's replaying Elden Ring randomly, okay? Silent Hill 3 Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Metroid Prime Remastered. Wolong was a Game Pass game and he fucking hated playing it. He was desperate to get to the fucking end of Wolong. Atomic Heart didn't fucking last long. Like a Dragon Ishin, Phil was desperate to fucking end. He was falling asleep during the fucking streams. Hogwarts didn't fucking complete the game properly. Hi-Fi Rush, Phil doesn't even remember it. That was a Game Pass game as well. Dead Space Remake. Signalis, Phil didn't really like it that fucking much. But Oblivion is still fucking goddamn playing and people are bored to fucking death of it. This is the fucking, this is the quality, this is what Phil thinks are worth fucking playing. Half of them are fucking remakes, since half of them are games he's played already. It's just, Jesus Christ, man. And if also, the further back you go, the older it gets as well, with the games done shit. And these are just fucking Phil's playlists. But yeah, it's so boring. Phil is not playing anything that fucking fun. There's nothing that Phil is playing that gets anyone excited. There's no reason to go to DSP Gaming to check out the hot new gaming content because there is no hot new gaming content. So yeah, Phil, if you're getting fucking low metrics compared to other people over the next couple of, next couple of weeks, months, or whatever, you'll know why.
Oh, but it's for variety. Well, fuck that. I have limited time on this planet. I have limited time to stream. I'd be pulled in a million directions. You want me to do react content. You want me to do gameplay. You want me to do this and that. I'm not going to be wasting time on a game I absolutely know is not that good. And I'm not going to enjoy it. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of your time. Okay. So, that being said, let's now head into the schedule.
Wait. I need to... I'm going to slow us down to 1.25 at least. Why did he say it so weird?
So, that being said...
Why did he jowl his fucking cheeks and said... Why? Why?
Okay. So, that being said, let's now head into the schedule. All right, so now you guys know what's coming up. Then we can talk about my day off. Then we got a few game stories to cover. We'll do some shout outs. And like I said, I'm looking to end the podcast early today so we can at least get 2 hours of Elden Ring in before we swap over to the Street Fighter 6 presentation at 3 p.m. Okay? So, schedule-wise, what's going on? Today, it's the Level 1 podcast, which will end early. 2 hours of Elden Ring. What are we doing in Elden Ring? We're finishing up Caria Manor, which is the Magic Manor side dungeon. We have the boss fight, and then we have a little bit of optional exploration. Once you beat Caria Manor, now you can go to the towers behind it. This opens up NPC quest lines. Also, there's a dragon boss fight back there that we could do. I don't know how hard it'll be, because I think it's a magic dragon, which is going to be a pain for me. Everything I'm fighting is magic, but my magic build, they're all resistant to it. So all that's going on. That'll be fun. 2 hours of that. And then the Street Fighter presentation at 3 p.m. We're going to watch it here live together, and then I'm going to upload it to DSP Reacts after the fact. Later tonight, on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it is the premiere of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection and the premiere of my Final Fantasy V playthrough per your votes. You guys have been voting on what you wanted to see me play in this collection, and Final Fantasy V won. So I'm excited to start up this tonight on the late stream. It's my first ever playthrough for the internet of it. I've played this game a few times before offline, and I absolutely love it, by the way. It's a game where if you really master the system, the combat system, you can make characters whatever you want. They could be any class, which is unique. Most Final Fantasy games, your characters are kind of archetypes into a certain class, but in this game, any character could be anything after you play a certain amount. And I'm absolutely excited to experience this game with you. It's got great music. It's got great, in my opinion, graphics for the time, and great gameplay. I'll be honest, the story isn't as good as Final Fantasy 4 or 6. Still good, but not as good. It's a little more cliche, as you will see as we play the game together, okay? So I hope you guys will join me for the fun tonight. It's a special playthrough near and dear to my heart. I grew up playing the classic Final Fantasies. This is one that I really like, and I hope that you guys will join me tonight for that, okay? Tomorrow is up in the air. If the Street Fighter 6 beta actually is in effect, and it's new characters, then I will do that tomorrow. If not, then tomorrow will be the conclusion of Silent Hill 3. Then on the late stream tomorrow night, it is more late night Oblivion action, where for 2 hours we were going to continue on and finish the Mages Guild, and then it looks like we're going to head back into the main story for a while. We're on the fence about getting the Shivering Isles DLC. A lot of people tell me it's super good, but
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Logan K for Super Chat. He says he includes the Level 1 podcast as part of the schedule on the Level 1 podcast. Sam is right. A DSP stream is about a DSP stream. It wastes a huge amount of fucking time on it. It really does. It's just crazy. Like, I know I repeat the same things a lot of times when I'm talking about the fucking free spaces, for example. But in case people are new to the fucking streams and just to give them a brief rundown, Phil spends so much fucking time. He wastes so much time going over information that is not necessary for his audience. It really does waste a whole lot of fucking time here. And Phil's in a rush to try and get as much in as possible. His day off stories, anytime Phil streams after day off, usually has a lot to fucking talk about, including the day off itself, you know. So it's bizarre that he is fucking wasting and just bloviating so much when he knows he has limited time, less so than usual, because he's trying his best to fucking get as much gameplay in as possible before he then fucking stops that for his live presentation.
for a while. We're on the fence about getting the Shivering Isles DLC. A lot of people tell me it's super good, but I'll be honest, I've noticed that with these Oblivion streams, attendance and engagement has dwindled. It's probably because I've been playing the game for 4 freaking months. So should we continue it or not? I don't know. We're going to think about it, but we'll have more of that tomorrow night. Then Saturday's main stream is DSP versus the Internet. This is my weekly react show over on DSP Reacts, where I react to clips from you, the members. People who are channel members nominate clips, and we watch them together. It should be a great show, as usual. And then Saturday night, again, if there's no Street Fighter 6, will be Final Fantasy V. If there is Street Fighter 6, it'll be the Street Fighter 6 beta. Same thing on Sunday. If there's a Street Fighter 6 beta, it'll be the main stream on Sunday. If not, then we're going to do Elden Ring on Sunday, okay? And then Sunday night, again, up in the air, it could be Oblivion or whatever, we'll see, okay? And then we still have Monday and Tuesday. And again, Monday and Tuesday are going to be dependent on what's going on. If the Street Fighter 6 beta had been over the weekend, then likely we're going to play Elden Ring both Monday and Tuesday and balance the late streams with Final Fantasy and Oblivion. But let's play it by ear and let's see what happens, okay? I'm excited. I honestly hope there is an open Street Fighter 6 beta with new characters. That would be very pleasing to me. It would mean that we have a really big week of variety here, very different from what people would normally expect. I'd be absolutely stoked, okay? Cool. There you go. So that's the schedule for the week. Now I have a special announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been gifted a new hat for the rotation.
Oh my fucking god. I wonder if he's going to fucking demonstrate wearing it.
A brand new hat. I don't want to spoil what the hat is. I'm looking at it right now.
You motherfucker, why? What's the incentive then? What is the incentive for your audience to give you money to see what the fucking hat is if you're not going to show them it?
I don't want to spoil what the hat is. What I will tell you is this new hat is classy. That's all I'm going to say.
Shut the fuck up. It's probably a top hat or something. I imagine someone actually bought this fucking idiot top hat.
It's a classy new hat. It was gifted by a viewer, okay? And there's a story behind it, but I'm not going to tell you the story until we actually have the hat. So today, if we reach the hat goal of $100 on this stream, I will put on the brand new hat for you, and I will tell you the story of the hat. Okay? So, let's see. If we hit $100, great. If not, it's fine. It's not the end of the world if we don't hit it, and I'm not demanding anything. I'm just saying, it'd be nice. We have a new hat. You want to see it? Let's hit a hat goal. In fact, I would say the first time that we hit a hat goal of $100 raised on any stream moving forward, I will put on the brand new hat. Okay? So if you want to see me in the astronaut helmet, you got to wait. Oh, I spoiled it. No, I'm just kidding. It's not an astronaut helmet. I told you it's something classy. Okay? So there you go.
Finally, there's something classy in the snort fort.
Battle says it would be an interesting change if the hat told its own story. That would also be incredibly disturbing, I think. We have to contact some authorities, but okay. Very nice. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's see if and when we hit a $100 tips goal. I'll put on a brand new hat for you. I'll remind you guys, because there may not be people who are watching this very moment, but maybe they'll be watching later on the stream, and I'll remind them when people are here. Hey, tip today if you want to see the brand new hat. Okay? Okay.
Of course he's going to fucking remind them on a regular fucking basis to tip. Every fucking 10 minutes. By the way, guys, you fucking tip, you get to fucking see a hat. Make sure you give me fucking money and I'll wear a fucking new hat for you. No, you can't fucking see it. Just give me the fucking money and you'll fucking see it. 10 minutes later, same fucking speech again.
I think I've almost covered everything. I covered the schedule. I covered the Street Fighter 6 event. I covered the hat. I just want to direct your attention. Our members goal for today is 565 members, and that's the entirety of today. That's including both this stream, plus Elden Ring, plus Street Fighter 6 event, and even the Final Fantasy premiere stream tonight. So please consider becoming a member. Supporting this channel by membership is a great way to support it because it's ongoing support. It not only helps this channel, but obviously you get cool perks from it.
But that's not the fucking goal though, Phil. Phil, you fucking demonstrated this before during your fucking special birthday event thing. Whenever Phil hit the fucking goddamn goal for members, instead of just saying, okay, we've completed the goal, we hit our fucking daily goal, what we wanted, he kept increasing it again and again and again.
Or maybe you just want to help out the community. Maybe what you'd like to do is gift some memberships to the channel, and then people in the community can get them and enjoy them, right? So, thank you in advance to anyone who either becomes a member, gives a membership, or renews a membership that perhaps you had in the past and it's lapsed. Now would be a great time. Just think about this, okay? Elden Ring, the premiere of the Final Fantasy game this tonight, right? Possibly the Street Fighter 6 beta. Next week, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The week after that, I think, is Redfall. And every week we have something major going on. In fact, I'm thinking this month also is Zelda. There's a lot going on in the next 30 days, so you get a lot of use out of that membership, I feel, if you became a member or gifted a membership today. Someone would really benefit from it, okay? All right. News stories, because we got to move. We basically have less than a half an hour left on this podcast because I have to end it early, so we have enough time to get gameplay of Elden Ring, okay? So, news stories for today. First of all, I'm just going to say this, because I said this during my day off on Twitter. All right. Oh, you know what? I gotta tell the Phil's day off. I'll tell the Phil's day off segment in a second. It's not a big one. Twitter's falling apart. Elon Musk has no idea what he's doing, and now he's finally starting to institute the big changes. So now everyone's losing their legacy check marks. Anyone who was verified previously has lost their check mark or is losing them. I lost mine already, and others are losing them as well. The site is essentially becoming a cesspool of shit, and what I mean by that is I can't barely find anything of use on the site anymore. Like, Twitter used to be my major source of news and information. Now my feed is junk. Like, I go to my feed where it used to be all pertinent things to my interests and things that I was following. And now I get shit posts. I'm not even kidding. Accounts that are called shit posts. I'm like, why is this here? I never follow this. I never watched one of these. I don't want this. I keep blocking, and more of them get added. Now I've got sports. I've never fucking watched anything of sports ever on Twitter, and I keep getting sports in my feed. So what's happened is he changed the algorithm, or told his employees to change the algorithm to shove things down your throat that you don't want, and it just becomes a chore now to use the site. I'm just trying to look for fucking game news today to report on the podcast, and I gotta sift through 40 posts of fucking feces. And the funny part is, he thinks he's doing good. If you actually look at the shit he's saying, he's like, oh, we're monetizing now. Would you pay to subscribe to someone on Twitter? I want you to think about this for a second. Would you pay money to subscribe to someone on Twitter? What meaningful content is shared on Twitter that you would need to pay for, right? Nothing. But he's monetized Twitter in this case, so you can follow people. What premium content of any value would be put onto Twitter? Nothing. It's bullshit. It's fluff. Only if you're like a super fan ball sucker of someone would you pay for a subscription. Well, he wants people to be super fan ball suckers because he's instituted this. He's telling all these celebrities, everyone, do paid subscriptions, make money on Twitter. For what? To show me picking my nose? The fuck do you want to see on my Twitter feed that's worth paying for? Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I can give, like, for example, if you were to subscribe to me on Twitter, what could I realistically give you? I can't give you premium emotes. I can't give you perks. I can't do any of that on Twitter. None of that exists. But he just wants people to pay for his service for no reason. So now I want you to pay for a blue check mark. He wants you to pay to subscribe to someone. For what? There's no fucking content. All the content on Twitter is redirected to a third-party site where the content is found. None of it's housed on Twitter. But he thinks his site has value. There's no value. It's the stupidest thing. He spent so much money on this website. Billions of dollars. He overvalued it so he could buy it. And now he's pissing money away, and he can't find a way to basically make it viable. So he's just saying, charge for this, charge for this, charge for this, and no one's doing it, by the way. Very few people are jumping on this bandwagon of spend money on something that's been free forever. That's the problem with the premise of Twitter right now. Twitter started as a free site that was social media and considered almost an internet commodity, something free that is purposeful. You can have discussion, it's dissemination of news, but now he's trying to monetize it and make it a paid-for service. You can't give someone something for free and then change your mind and try to make it paid for later.
I mean, you fucking do it all the goddamn time.
That doesn't work. You have to make it paid for from the get-go. Then you will have that base that have that mindset. It's a paid-for service, and people will judge value based off of that. You cannot say this was free and now charge for it and think there will be perceived value. There is no perceived value of Twitter. None. And he doesn't understand that. He's one of the richest people in the world, and he's too stupid to understand that. He's essentially a dumb businessman. I don't know where the money comes from. I really don't at this point. He's blowing up rockets and shit. He's launching rockets that explode, and people are applauding. Yes, amazing. Good for you. Piss your money away. Anyway, Twitter is falling apart. It's getting harder for me to use it. So I'm going to do my best to try to find you guys news stories. But the problem is outside of Twitter, which used to be a neutral hub that would kind of filter stories and find the best ones, you'd have to rely on third-party sites to find news. It's like, do I want to go to IGN? Do I want to go to fucking Kotaku? No, I don't want to go to these sites because they all have a spin or they all only focus on things that they're interested in for their own personal benefit. So it's kind of hard to find a neutral place to find game news. It's going to be harder. If Twitter continues down this shitty slope that is going down and it becomes less and less useful and more just bloated with garbage, paid for garbage, the site essentially is not going to be a good news site anymore.
Well, that's your own fucking problem. That sounds like a Phil Burnell problem rather than anyone else's fucking problem, because you're the one that fucking decided to fucking randomly take the random fucking Twitter news stories from your little Twitter feed and try and fucking package them into some sort of special fucking Phil Burnell news segment on a shitey level on podcast. So if you want to fucking make your fucking podcast meaningful, you're going to fucking put in the goddamn effort and find these fucking news stories that you think are worth fucking talking about. You put in the goddamn effort, Phil. You fucking seek out these fucking stories. You fucking do your fucking due diligence and make sure you fucking research appropriately and properly. You vet information so you know what to fucking talk about on your goddamn fucking level on shitey podcast every single fucking day. It is your fucking responsibility to make sure you've got the fucking things you fucking need at your disposal to fucking talk about on your shitey show.
That's unfortunate. I'm gonna do my best to keep giving you guys news stories, but it's gonna get harder when the one place that used to be neutral is no longer gonna be neutral. It's just gonna be a bunch of shit now. Okay? Anyway, I said my little blurb there about it. Now let's move on. Okay? So, get this. Nintendo is adding 4 new Sega Genesis games to its paid premium service. If you have the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion, which is the one that has the N64 games, well, it's also going to include the following 4 games, okay? Pulseman, Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition, Kid Chameleon, and Flicky. Now, the thing that gets me about this, which makes me scratch my head, is that the 16-bit games used to be included for free in the standard Nintendo Online subscription. But now Nintendo seems to be sneaking in, oh, you can get more games if you pay for the higher level subscription. Wait a minute, what? No, that wasn't the arrangement. The arrangement was, if you want N64 games, you would pay for the higher level subscription. At some point, Nintendo switched it, but no one's really been paying attention apparently, because that was what it originally was a year or two ago, was pay more for N64, pay for the standard if you want 16 and 8-bit. But now they changed it. Because here's the thing. I would be very interested, all right, in playing Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. Do you want to know why? Because Special Champion Edition is arguably a horrendous joke of an edition of a Street Fighter game. It's funny that it's so bad, but a lot of people played this as their version of Street Fighter 2 in the 90s because they only had a Genesis, they didn't have a Super Nintendo, okay? I rented it and played it, and yikes. Let's just put it that way. Yikes, all right? So I would love to play that game for you guys as a one-off stream and make fun of it, because it really is. The sound effects of that game are so bad. The freaking music is atrociously bad, okay? So basically, it sucks because, like, I saw this announcement. I'm like, oh, Nintendo Online, maybe we could do this during the weekend or this coming week or two. We could do a one-off stream of Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. That'd be fun. Oh, no, it's only for the premium online service. And I'm like, but I don't get it. I really don't understand. It was supposed to be only N64 games for that, and now they're adding 16-bit games in there instead. People are getting fooled and not saying anything. Why? Because it's Nintendo, and Nintendo can do nothing wrong, right? So there you have it. An interesting story came out, okay? Michael Barclay, who used to work for EA and used to be in charge of Star Wars Battlefront. Now you might say, wait a minute, Star Wars Battlefront? You mean that series that came out and it was 2 of them and they tried to sell microtransactions and things in them that changed the whole system and they failed? No, I mean the original Star Wars Battlefront. The ones that came out in the 2000s, the ones that were widely praised, the ones that were incredibly fun to play and were very popular both on PC and home consoles. The original Star Wars Battlefront games, 1 and 2, Part 3 was already done. According to this guy who was the lead of the project, he was basically saying that this game was 2 yards from the finish line. And it was a great game, and it was ready to be played, and for some unknown reason, it was axed. And he's very upset about that, because, like, I guess you look at the modern Battlefront and what happened to the franchise, and now essentially the franchise is dead, right? No one's talking about reviving Battlefront or anything like that, because a whole new dev team took up the reins and kind of ran it into the ground and didn't do a good job with it. Well, the original Battlefront trilogy had a 3rd game that's basically unreleased. And I guess what's happened is there's been this lore over the years about why it happened and things like that, and no one could seem to really agree. But that's kind of sad to think that there would have been a Battlefield 3. Maybe Battlefield could have continued on, excuse me, Battlefront, my bad. Battlefront could have continued on as its original series that it was, and maybe it could have continued to be a great franchise and everything. But what ended up happening was, during this time frame, Disney bought Star Wars. And when Disney bought Star Wars, Disney was currently at that time judging what they wanted to do with the franchise, and they had plans for reboots and everything, and they decided they really didn't want this game. And even though it was freaking done, they canceled it. That's sad. I would really like to see it come back, like maybe be revived in a modern way. That would be pretty neat, because I'll be honest, Battlefront 1 and 2, which they really aren't, that came out in the last decade, weren't very good. They were very repetitive, very boring games that didn't really capture the spirit of the originals. They just didn't. The originals were much more addictive and fun to play, and I don't know how they lost that in the new ones. So, that being said, sad that this happened, but maybe we will see Battlefront come back, I don't know. Last story. This is an interesting one. Atari. Yes, Atari, who honestly, if you think about Atari in the last few years, well, they released a couple collections of their classic games that have been pretty popular, but they also tried to release a whole retro console that failed miserably. It was overpriced, no one really bought it, and it didn't do too well. Atari, get this, is buying up old PC and console titles from the 80s and 90s. Listen to this, okay? Hold on a second. Bubsy, yes, the Bubsy franchise. Hardball, Demolition Racer, 1942 Pacific Air War, and a bunch of other air combat series, okay? They're buying up all the rights to these games. Why? Right? It's kind of weird. And it kind of makes you scratch your head. Like, what exactly are they doing with these, right? Will they revive the franchises? Are they looking to just make collections and release them like they've similarly done with their previous Atari Classics collections? It's kind of confusing. So, it's a weird move on Atari's part to just start buying up old franchises that have been long dead like this. So, there's a lot of speculation. Personally, I don't think they're going to be reviving them. I don't think Atari was really interested in taking an old series and making a new game out of it. But perhaps what they're trying to do is buy up a library of games that maybe in the future they could sell, you know, like for classics retention or something. I don't know. I mean, like I said, some of their more successful titles in the last few years have been classics collections of their own games. So maybe they're just looking to do the same with other games as well. Maybe because they've seen success of their own. I don't know. It's interesting to see, but not sure yet. You know, it's kind of a little too early, I guess, to make a judgment. So, all right, guys. That is it for game news. We kind of turboed through it, I know. So let's see. Phil's Day Off. Are you ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Phil's Day Off segment. Stupid thing. Yesterday was my day off from streaming. My one day off a week. And I had a ton planned. My wife and I had all these things to do because we hadn't been out in a few weeks, and we had all these things lined up that were kind of important but also fun things to do. And we're absolutely, you know, ready to go. And guess what happens? Last night, well, 2 nights ago, excuse me, my wife starts to feel a little under the weather. And I'm like, oh no. Well, here's the problem. She's been working, and when she works a string of days, okay, she gets worn out or beaten sometimes. You know, she's working with people all day. Sometimes you get the sniffles or whatever, right? And kind of what happened is she worked a string of days this weekend into Tuesday, all the way through Tuesday. And we knew our day off was Wednesday. But this is the problem, is if you haven't noticed, our schedule has been changing a lot this year. First we had Thursdays off, then we had Wednesdays off, then for a while we had Thursdays off, and now we have Wednesdays off again, okay? And because of that,
he keeps bumping his microphone there. It's so annoying. Like, it's like constant. You know, microphone bumps happening. I don't know if he's like fucking a moose something, but because he is like moving as well, he's like moving left and right all the time. He's leaning back and forth on the X and Y axis, and he's fucking jiggling his leg as well. And so microphone interference, it seems to be fucking the wee filter. I don't know if it's moved or whatever, but he is constantly now fucking causing a wee noise to happen. Yeah, it's so annoying. But yeah, the cat is not feeling 100%. So, save the cat. Hashtag save the cat.
Wednesdays off, then for a while we had Thursdays off, and now we have Wednesdays off again, okay? And because of that, all right, it's changing, it's fluctuating like that. It's screwing everything up, all right? It is, it's screwing everything up, and we can't have consistency. And when there's no consistency, that's when this kind of stuff happens. So she's been working nights, then she's working days, then she's working nights, then she's working days again, and this week was supposed to be like the first week where we're going to have consistency. But we changed our day off to be Wednesday, but now it looks like she's going to be working Mondays and Tuesdays every week, and then maybe other days fluctuating. So because of that, you know, she worked 3 days this last week straight, and then she's tired of shit and didn't feel good. So I told her, I was like, listen, if you don't feel good, why are we going to pressure ourselves on our day off to go out and do a million things? It doesn't make sense. If you don't feel good, then let's just have a more relaxing day at home. Luckily for us, the things that we had, that we wanted to do on the day off, were not like, it wasn't like a doctor's appointment or something like that. For once, for a change, it wasn't like an appointment we had to be at. It was more, you know, things we could do kind of at any time. So because of that, we're like, all right, instead of having our very busy day out, we'll just have a day at home. And that's what we did. So essentially yesterday, I went out and did my usual errands, which is like grocery shopping, and I got some stuff for Jasper Kitty and things like that. I think I picked up one of the things that we had ordered. I had to get at a store and stuff like that. And then I came home, and after we unpacked and relaxed, We just ordered some food. We ordered some Hawaiian food, which was good. We love the Hawaiian barbecue stuff. I had chicken. She had chicken too. Yeah, we both had chicken. And we relaxed and we watched the entirety of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. We are almost through all the Harry Potter movies. We now watched 6 of them. Okay, in the last couple of weeks, we've been kind of slow burning through them. So we've watched 6 of them now. And we're moving on to the Deathly Hallows 1 and 2 now. And once I watch all of those, I'm going to do a special Harry Potter retrospective video for DSP Reacts, where I'm going to tell you my overall thoughts on the Potter series, and also kind of talk about, now having played Hogwarts Legacy, how those games tie into that and how fun it was to see those references in the movie and things like that. It's going to be neat, a neat video, for sure. So that's coming up, okay? Yeah, so we did that. We've also been watching someone play The Last of Us Part 1 on PC, which is hilarious because the PC version has a lot of issues. So we're watching that. So we're doing some different things. We had a more relaxing day at home. We didn't really do anything out special, which kind of sucks because originally the plan was we were going to have a day out and do a bunch of special stuff, and now it's all been postponed because, you know, she was tired and worn out. Luckily, she's not sick, and that's the good thing. She didn't get sick. She was feeling under the weather, but because we actually slept in on our day off and then relaxed at home for most of the day, it ended up being a more rejuvenating day for us. And overall, I think it worked out because now she seems to be back to herself. It's not like she's all worn out and sick or anything. So I was happy about that.
So there's nothing wrong with her, basically.
But it sucks. It sucks having a schedule all over the place. Now, it looks like, like I said, at least for the foreseeable future, she'll be working like every Monday, Tuesday, but we're not sure about other days of the week. They may change. And because of that, it's like, well, should we have Wednesday or Thursday off as our day off every week? We don't know, because it could still fluctuate. And now we're debating, should we have it be Wednesday or Thursday? Maybe we should have it be Thursday. Because then if she's absolutely going to work every week, Monday, Tuesday, there are going to be some days she's going to feel like crap the next day. Maybe that could be a recuperation day for her. And then we have a whole day out together on Thursday.
Recuperation day? Are you fucking kidding me on? You kidding me the fuck on?
So we're debating all of this, okay? And it just sucks. It would have been great to have great stories to tell you today. I don't have anything to really tell you because we didn't really do much. But it was fun, relaxing, and we watched Harry Potter, which was good. It's not like we had a bad day. That was the opposite. It was a good day home. It's just not what we were planning originally, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to shout-outs. Like I said, this is an abridged podcast, so I'm trying to keep it moving. We start off today. There's absolutely no contributions on the YouTube side. We got no super chats, no super stickers, no memberships, no gifted memberships. So I have nothing to shout out on the YouTube side at all. However, there's a couple tips that have come in, so let's give them a look. Anso Kamaru has tipped me $2. Says, well, I 100% agree. Dead Island 2 looks generic and open world with like drivel. It seems like you're contradictory on your use of public perception. If you like a game that's considered bad by public perception, like Callisto Protocol, you call everyone wrong and insult others. If a game has bad reviews that you're not interested in, you say reviewers are right and the game is bad. If a game gets raving reviews and a high public perception but you're not interested in it, you'll say reviewers and everyone are wrong. I think you should stop going on very condescending rants about games that you haven't played that end up hurting your brand perception. It's called having an opinion. Are you aware that in life you can have an
No. That is a fantastic... I don't approve of giving Phil money, as you know, but that is an absolutely stellar super chat. I think we need to watch that again in normal speed to really appreciate that super chat. This was a very solid super chat.
Anso Kamaru has tipped me $2.
And keep in mind, Anso Kamaru is like a fucking regular contributor to Phil. This is them speaking literal facts to Phil. Nothing wrong with having opinions, but you are extremely contradictory though. Nothing wrong with having opinions, but you make yourself look like a massive fucking hypocrite because they fucking fluctuate all the time. You fucking say one thing.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
And thank you very much to Mastodon the Pizza Slicer for a super chat. It says it says 3 days of pulling the ice wagon round renting got my life worn out, dude. She needs a recuperation day. Fucking the ice wagon. What the fuck? The ice wagon, fuck me, man. Yeah, she's a fucking worn out old mare, I guess. But yeah, this super chat though is top tier.
Anso Kamaru has tipped me $2. Says, well, I 100% agree. Dead Island 2 looks generic and open world with like drivel. It seems like you're contradictory on your use of public perception.
Yes, you are. Tell them.
If you like a game that's considered bad by public perception, like Callisto Protocol, you call everyone wrong and insult others.
Yes, you do.
If a game has bad reviews that you're not interested in, you say reviewers are right and the game is bad.
Yes, you do.
If a game gets raving reviews and a high public perception but you're not interested in it, you'll say reviewers and everyone are wrong.
Yes, you do.
I think you should stop going on very condescending rants about games that you haven't played that end up hurting your brand perception.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being condescending if you're going to stay consistent about it, but the fact is, Phil is not consistent. He contradicts himself on a regular fucking basis, on a daily fucking basis, about the things he says and does. He makes himself like a big massive fucking hypocrite a lot of the fucking time. So let's see Phil try and pig-spoon his way out of this fucking one.
It's called having an opinion. Are you aware that in life you can have an opinion on something? So let me put this into perspective. some specific some specifics, okay? First of all, you guys know I really like survival horror games, correct? You guys know that. You guys also know I'm a huge fan of Dead Space, correct? And you know that Callisto Protocol, which was the game made by the previous makers of Dead Space, was hyped and was covered and was coming out in January, right? Now, I was very hyped for this game because it's for the makers of original Dead Space, but it's a new outing. I'm excited for this. So what ends up happening is reviewers start coming out and reviewing the game. I take a look at their reviews, and, you know, based on what they're saying, I deem that basically what they're saying is kind of unfair.
But Phil, you hadn't played the game yet, and you fucking said they were wrong without ever fucking having played the goddamn game yourself. You've done the same thing though. No, that's what I'm saying. This is the whole exact fucking point that Answer Camaro's fucking saying here. So, those same reviewers are saying that a fucking Dead Island 2 game is not fucking great, and Phil's like, yeah, I'm not fucking playing this because those guys said this. When those same guys said the same shit about that fucking other game, Phil was calling them wrong, but they're fucking right this time around for some fucking reason. All because of Phil's own personal biased opinion on the fucking game, not based on what he's fucking played of it, but just based on what fucking, like, the previous past, you know, experiences of the game developers or something. It's nuts. Phil's rationale here is broken. Answer Camaro is trying his best to fucking explain that to Phil as clearly as fucking possible. And Phil's trying to fucking switch the script here. He's trying to fucking change the narrative. It's not about his hypocrisy and his fucking contradictory fucking nature about how he fucking, you know, approaches some games. Phil's turned it into, oh, I'm allowed an opinion. My opinions are valid. And he's completely fucking changed the entire nature of what the fucking point was of the super chat.
Alright? They're criticizing the game for things that Dead Space itself is known for and saying they're bad things. And I said, how much do you want to bet? There's some kind of an agenda here. That these people, number one,
Money,
either...
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Logan K for a super chat. He says, you cannot use the "it's my opinion" defence when your opinion is misinformed trash. Okay? Snort. But yeah, it really... Phil, you're... There's nothing wrong with opinions. Absolutely nothing wrong with fucking opinions. The big issue is Phil's massive hypocrisy whenever he's fucking discussing games, especially games he's not even fucking touched yet, and his opinion on fucking games, new upcoming games, and how he fucking goes from trusting reviewers and trusting what he's fucking game develop, you know, these fucking game reviewers, journalists and all shit. He trusts what they fucking say. He trusts what the audience are saying. You know, the early fucking access people, he trusts their input on some games sometimes because he has a natural biased opinion already towards that fucking game. The fact of the matter is this, okay, this is a simple, straight fact of the matter here. For this Dead Rising 2 game, Phil would have to spend $70 to buy it, to play it. He doesn't want to, because he has concerns from previous experience playing similar titles that it won't perform well for him. So he thinks it's not going to be a good financial investment for him. Now, if Phil said that, I'd be saying, okay, that's fair. I would be perfectly fucking willing to fucking accept that rationale. But Phil's not saying that though. He's trying to fucking use some sort of strange fucked up logic that makes himself look like a big massive fucking hypocrite. Saying all the fucking game reviewers are all saying it's fucking shite and all shit. But it's like, no, I didn't stop him from doing other shit before in the past. Phil, if Phil was just up front about this shit, I wouldn't be as mad.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Jai Viga, for the super chat. He says, I don't listen to reviewers. Let me tell you why reviewers are wrong about Callisto Protocol. Fuck yeah, exactly. It's just... He listens sometimes when they're fucking agreeing with what he feels at a fucking particular time. It is infuriating. It is infuriating as all goddamn hell. Let's see what else he's going to fucking say about it, but it is goddamn just so annoying.
itself is known for and saying they're bad things.
I'll rewind that just to make sure I don't miss a point.
Out and reviewing the game. I take a look at their reviews, and, you know, based on what they're saying, I deem that basically what they're saying is kind of unfair. Alright? They're criticizing the game for things that Dead Space itself is known for and saying they're bad things. And I said, how much do you want to bet? There's some kind of an agenda here. That these people, number one, either aren't good enough to play this game and enjoy it because the game is tougher than most survival horror games and they suck at it, so they're pissy about it. Or number two, there's something going on where EA is coming out with Dead Space Remake in January while Callisto Protocol came out in December, and they want to hype up the one that's going to be beneficial for them to hype. So of course they're going to say the competitor isn't as good, so they can hype up the other one and say it's better, and that way they profit from it. So I called this out. I played Callisto Protocol. I do feel the reviewers were absolutely unfair to it. Now, there were some criticisms that I feel were valid. The game was not perfect. It had flaws. But it was not an awful game or a horribly inferior game like they were saying in their reviews. Exactly what I said was correct. These reviewers were not good enough to learn the new mechanics of the game and enjoy it because they just wanted to rush, run and gun through it like Dead Space. And it wasn't just them. Okay? It was other content creators as well. There were several high-profile content creators that turboed through this game, rushed through it, or quit it because they didn't want to play it and learn it. They wanted it to be just like all their other survival horror games. Sorry, it's not like Resident Evil 4. Sorry, it's not Dead Space. It's a different entity. And they didn't want to bother with that. To them, they didn't see enough positive benefit from it to learn it. Instead, they just wanted to say, fuck this, and create shock headlines. So-and-so rage quits game because they say it sucks. Oh, you see? So they feel like they benefited more from that than actually playing through the game. Okay? So I called it out for what it was. I played the game, and I enjoyed it very much.
And big fucking deal, Phil. That doesn't mean it's a fucking good fucking game. Like, you can enjoy a game, and it can still be a fucking average or mid-game. You know, like, it doesn't, like, I have stopped playing games that were good games because it just wasn't my kind of game, if that makes sense, you know. Like, I mean, I remember fucking, like, what was the game, what was the fucking game? Like, I can't even fucking mind. There's a game I fucking got, very high rated fucking game. I tried to play it, and I was like, okay, I can't get into this. I'm sure it's a good fucking game, but I couldn't get into it, so I fucking returned that shit. But it doesn't mean it's a fucking bad game. So yeah, just because you enjoy it doesn't make it a good fucking game. It's good for you, maybe. You fucking enjoyed it, you got your fucking fair use of it, fantastic. But in terms of fucking trying to review shit, if you're fucking trying to pride yourself on some sort of fucking gaming channel that fucking tells it like it is and is shooting straight from the hip and all that shit, you're being raw and honest and genuine and all that shit to your fucking audience, then you need to fucking make sure you're not fucking going to have a biased opinion about some shit, Phil. And you are a very biased individual. Prophet says,
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
First of all, thank you very much. Black Metro Super Chat says, how's this going? Phil got called out in a tip by a fan. A regular contributor to Phil called him out for his hypocrisy about how he fucking treats some games sometimes and how he fucking flip-flops in his opinion on reviewers. By the way, he fucking seems to kind of agree with reviewers sometimes and some things when I fucking disagree with him sometimes and other things. And it's basically feels so contradictory about his fucking reactions when it comes to fucking game reviewers and playing upcoming games. And he was called out and tipped for it. And so Phil was trying to pick-spin his way about why his opinions are always fucking valid. So yeah, it's kind of just to see Phil try to fucking defend himself, but he's making himself look even worse. Prophet says, alright, I'll play devil's advocate here. Phil played it, liked it, and has an opinion. He won't play Dead Island 2, and you have to believe his opinion in a game. Exactly. Phil is judging a game without ever having touched himself, and he looks like he's not willing to touch it either unless someone gives it to him. It's the very thing he hates being done to him. He hates it when people don't give him a fair fucking shot.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for Super Chat. Says he won't admit his own failures in games, he blames devs instead. Says he's given his opinion on games, but he just parrots headlines he sees on Twitter, which he's finding hard to do these days, by the way, because Twitter and Elon Musk are making Twitter harder for him to find gaming news. So it's not as easy for Phil to fucking find those generic fucking takes on Twitter for him to fucking regurgitate on his goddamn podcasts. DJ Reno's all annoyed because he doesn't think Phil's going to say running around. Phil still might say running around, just not in the way you imagine. He might not say running around relating to his day off antics, but he could still say running around when he's talking about games. You run around in Elden Ring, you run around in Dead Space and all that shit as well, so he still might say running around. You might be fucking salvaged yet, you might get some redemption. DJ Reno, hold out for hope. But yeah, Phil's a big massive, on a regular daily basis, Phil is a huge fucking hypocrite. And finally he's actually got somebody that contributes to him regularly, pointing out this one particular way that Phil is a big fucking hypocrite. Especially when how he reacts to these fucking games, not shit, and the reviewers, and how he trusts them sometimes but not all the time.
Game, okay? So I called it out for what it was. I played the game and I enjoyed it very much. Did I love it? Well, it was good, but it definitely had some flaws and shortcomings, but it was still a great game and way better than the reviewers gave it credit for, okay? Then I played the Dead Space remake the month later, and what happens? It's literally Dead Space 1 with better graphics and a few tweaks. Still a great game, but it's Dead Space 1. All the reviewers, 10 out of 10, perfect experience. I said, this is exactly what I said was going to happen. Literally.
So, because those people enjoyed it more than you did, they're wrong?
Exactly what was going to happen. They were going to kiss this game's ass because it's what they're used to and probably what they benefit from kissing their butt up. Kissing Callisto Protocol's butt didn't help them. Kissing Dead Space's butt with EA behind it, oh, that helps these media outlets hugely, you see? So, sorry, that's being honest. Now, I understand what Anso Kamara was saying.
It's not being honest though, Phil. You have an opinion, it's your take on it, it's not you being honest. It's you fucking putting out there a theory as to why you think that's the situation. If it was honest, that means that these fucking game developers and game reviewers are in cahoots. Which sometimes does happen, to be fair, but you have no fucking evidence whatsoever for this shit. This is your random out there opinion just because these fucking game reviewers and game journalists liked one game over another game and you thought the other game should have got more fucking popular hype and attention.
Alright? But at the same time, alright? I am someone who is pulled in a million directions.
You are a cunt.
Alright, I am. Even though I don't even have a giant viewer base. I mean, arguably, how many people do I get on a stream? A few hundred? How many people watch my videos? A few hundred to maybe 1,000? Right? Only for bigger playthroughs do I get thousands of people watching. Alright? Let's be honest, I'm definitely not a popular guy anymore. I know that. But I also know that my viewer base that is dedicated to watching me appreciates my honesty and appreciates that I try to put my efforts towards projects and things that I know are going to be worth everyone's time. Alright? People are still in this mindset that I am 2012 DSP. That I'm the guy who doesn't stream, who doesn't have a schedule that's busy, that instead I just sit around playing games offline all day.
I want to remind everyone, once again, that Phil was called out for his essential hypocrisy when it comes to how he fucking reacts to sometimes the reviewers of these fucking games. Like, if you to go back and fucking see what was fucking said in the fucking tip, in the message, he was called out for his general hypocrisy about why he fucking ignores some games sometimes based on trusting reviewers, but then he'll not trust those same reviewers about other games. He flip-flops on why they're fucking intelligent, fucking thoughtful, meaningful, trustworthy sources sometimes, and then on other times when it's about a different fucking game, he'll fucking say they're all fucking idiots and they're all paid shills and all that shit and they're in cahoots when he's game developers.
And I have time to play every new release coming out every week, and I can even play the shitty ones. And that way I can give you my honest opinion on all of them. That was the old formula of old school DSP. But old school DSP didn't interact with an audience, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I think Black Mage accidentally super chatted twice there because it's the same message in both of them. So I'm sorry, Black Mage. I think you've actually sent the same one twice there because it's the same message in both of them. I don't even know if I can return. I'll need to try and find it. But yeah, YouTube said it errored. What the fuck? I'm sorry, Black Mage. I mean, I can try. I'll look into after seeing if I can try and return one of these, man. Sorry. But Black Mage says, delusional Muppet who doesn't live in reality. You're fucking right though. That's what I'm saying. You're absolutely spot on. Phil is absolutely fucking delusional about this fucking shit. It really is. It's just Phil all Ansel Kamara was saying in his tip was that Phil is a big fucking hypocrite sometimes when it comes to how he fucking approaches his and how he fucking conveys his thoughts on games and how he seems to fucking trust the journalists, the gaming reviewers sometimes. But based on whatever fucking game it is they're talking about, Phil is not touching Dead Rising 2 because nobody seems to fucking like it. But Phil was dead set on playing Callisto Protocol, even though a lot of people didn't like it. So they were fucking wrong about Callisto Protocol, but they're right about Dead Rising 2. The general hypocrisy, you know, before Phil even touched either fucking game, is there to see. And he's been called out for it, and Phil's saying, no, you're wrong because I am right and you're wrong, basically. That's what it comes across to me anyway. It's like, Phil would have far less of these fucking problems of him looking like a big fucking hypocrite if he was just fucking honest with his audience. Says, just say, Phil, just say I don't want to fucking play this game because I don't think it's going to do well for me financially. That's all you have to say, Phil. That's all you have to do. Just tell your audience, I don't want to fucking spend $70 in this game because I don't think you guys are going to fucking give me enough money to merit playing it. That's all you'd have to do. Brian A says I sent a clip link on Discord. Let me check Discord here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Pretty well timed clip, lol.
Alright? But at the same time, alright, I am someone who is pulled in a million directions.
You are a cunt.
Alright, I am. Even though I don't even have a giant viewer base. I mean, arguably...
Okay, I see what you mean. It's like Phil's agreeing with my opinion there, so I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Crap, sorry, hang on, hold on. Thankfully Black Mage I only sent once that time, and I was right. But I didn't get to make Phil dance here, so I'm going to replay the animation myself so I can make Phil dance here.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage with Super Chat. It says, happy 420 everyone. I took 20 mg and I'm stoned. Jesus Christ, Black Mage. I'm glad you're enjoying 420, man. Happy 420 day if you feel so inclined to celebrate it yourselves. This could be thumbnail worthy. This could be Give me a second here. Let me see. I need to full screen it. Hold on. Let me test this as a potential thumbnail. Got a nice wee chill song going on in the background. Raccoon Eyes is such a good wee tune. It kind of surprises me sometimes how good of like a vocal range Meerkat has himself. I know he's great at producing the songs, you know what I mean, but he's actually quite solid as well at, you know, the old performing of the thing himself. You get what I'm saying? His black shirt messed with a fucking... bastard. I had a feeling that was going to happen. His shirt is as black as his eyes, and it's going to mess with the fucking background as well. God damn it. I will. On with Bingo.
Didn't get pulled in a million directions by said audience because I didn't listen to the audience. I just played whatever I wanted. And because of that, I skipped a ton of games that you guys were interested in. I very rarely went back and played retro games. I very rarely played anything but a main AAA release. And by the way, my playthroughs back then were very different than today.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much for Proper for Super Chat. It says 20 mg. Lightweight, bruh. I'll send you some 50 mg pills. Prophet is fucking dissing Black Mage on his on how much he's taking, I guess. Okay, K Undoomer says he uses pitch correction. I know Meerkat uses pitch correction, you know, but still at the same time though, he does. He's like, so he's not just, I'll say, he's good at manipulating Phil's voice as well, but it's not just his own voice. It's not just Phil's voice. He can manipulate his own voice as well. He's still a good performer though. He's still got to be able to fucking perform at the same fucking time. And Meerkat is good at that, so yeah. He puts in the work for it and it pays off, put it that way. I'm too lazy to fucking do that. Like, I couldn't be arsed trying to manipulate Phil's voice to fucking say specifically what I wanted to fucking say for a song. It's easier for me just to fucking perform it myself, and even then I'm not fucking good. I'm too lazy to try not to tune myself. Yeah, there's no, so yeah. I got a lot of appreciation for these, musically talented detractors out there who put in a lot of effort to their craft.
played anything but a mainstream AAA release. And by the way, my playthroughs back then were very different than today. They were rushed. I skipped most side content. I was just going turbo through the story, finish the game within a few days, trade it in, get to the next game. And a lot of people very strongly criticized my gameplay back then, saying it was shitty. Okay? So today, being an interactive streamer and putting out more meaningful content where I take my time with the games, I can't just do what I used to do anymore. You understand that? All right? You're right. In the old days, I likely would have said, hey, all these reviewers are saying Dead Island 2 isn't very good. Let's play it together and judge for ourselves. And I would buy the game and I would play it. And I would say, wow, we played it 2 streams. That game's a piece of dog shit.
Wow, so are you. Big ups to Ravensdolphin in the chat, by the way. He went and revealed in the stream earlier on that Ravensdolphin has gotten over 1 million views on his channel. Not an easy feat to achieve whatsoever, you know, so it's a pretty big accomplishment in my opinion. Well done to Ravensdolphin for hitting the 1 million views mark across his entire channel. Just want to give a wee shout out to our fellow detractor.
It sucks ass. Let's slam it together publicly.
You suck ass, and we all slam you together.
And we would. And we'd laugh at
That sounded kind of more weird than it fucking meant to. You get what I'm saying though? Phil's in, oh, this is a strange fucking pause as well. But nah. As I'm saying, Phil's trying to fucking justify why he's allowed to be a fucking hypocrite. I'm actually going to speed this up. I'm going back to 1.25 speed. Phil's boring me at normal speed.
how bad the game was, and it would make my worst games of the year countdown, right? Or, excuse me, most disappointing games of the year countdown, right? That was the old Phil. But that was many, many, many years ago. You understand? You know, because I've changed. I'm not that same guy. I don't know how people don't understand that I've changed. The moment that I became a full-time streamer that started making more meaningful content, interactive content for an audience that I care about, and I want to make sure that when you're watching my content, you're getting something good out of it. It's not just me ranting at a bad game and acting like an asshole. I changed from being that guy. You understand? So I can't play every shitty game.
I love how Phil claims he's changed so fucking much over the years, and yet when people fucking actually leave him and get pissed off, oh.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Metro Super Chat, who's clapping back at Prophet here by saying, I got 100 mg Fruit Pebbles treat bar, but I don't want to go to outer space and lay in bed. I want to play games and maintain functionality, lol. So there you go, Prophet. Don't worry about fucking Black Mage not fucking having strong enough shit. He has got plenty there if required, but he's just not going there because he doesn't want to go fucking balls deep in it. You know, he wants to fucking still maintain composure. He still wants us to fucking make sure he remains vertical and is not fucking laid out horizontally for several hours. There we fucking go. But what was the point I was going to fucking make before that interrupted me? Because I was going to say something. Well, I was going to say, I completely forgot what I was going to fucking say because I was prioritising, you know, the contribution. I'm going to rewind it so I can fucking remind myself what Phil was saying, so I know what I was going to say.
I've changed.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I remember now. Phil has claimed for a long fucking time he's fucking changed, okay? And then, when it fucking comes to people fucking leaving him, fans leaving him, saying that Phil's now so fucking toxic, he says he doesn't change. I don't know why they left. I'm still the same person. He claims he's still the same person when he's fucking trying to justify why people say he's changed.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Prophet for a super chat. It says, you listen here, you wee prick. I take 150 mgs and go to work. You're a big boy though, Prophet. And you've got all your toes, for fuck's sake. You know, I'm just saying, man. You know, it's like you're like a small bald horse. You know, the size of you. You know what I mean? Like it's like it'll probably take a lot to put you down. Jeez, I don't know. I'm just I don't take anything, so I can't fucking compete, man. You guys are built differently. You know, I'm just saying, you guys are just built different. But yeah, there you go. Prophet and Black Mage trying to fucking compete with one another in terms of who can take the fucking most and still function. But yeah, I'm on 0 MG. I don't take anything, so you guys have got me beat anyway. Congratulations. But you get what I'm saying though about fucking Phil though? Phil claims he has fucking changed so much over the years, and yet when someone actually does leave Phil's fan base, a whale does depart, and they might fucking say, they might fucking publicly say, oh, Phil, you've changed and all that shit, and you know, you used to be so much better, and you just seem to be more toxic. Phil will then defend himself and say, but I'm still the same person I've always been. Why are they fucking upset now? I'm still me. I'm still... So he contradicts himself on a regular basis, whether it comes to his fucking opinion about fucking video game reviewers and journalists and that shit, or even about himself. He fucking changes his fucking narrative every day to suit his argument for that particular day.
Many years ago. You understand? You know, because I've changed. I'm not that same guy. I don't know how people don't understand that I've changed. The moment that I became a full-time streamer that started making more meaningful content, interactive content for an audience that I care about, and I want to make sure that when you're watching my content, you're getting something good out of it. It's not just me ranting at a bad game and acting like an asshole. I changed from being that guy. You understand? So I can't play every shitty game. In fact, I would skip most shitty games or games that are commonly known to be shitty because I'd rather put out meaningfully good content for you. I'm not the angry game reviewer who screams at every bad game and puts that content out anymore. I changed for the better. And most people agree. But I understand that there's some people out there that are upset because they want to see me play all these new games and I'm not playing them, right? But we already had this discussion earlier in the week.
Ansu Kamaru is not fucking upset. I just want to fucking emphasize again the fucking tip. I'm going to actually find the tip. I'm going to go to a different version of the stream to find the tip. I don't want to fucking rewind too far on the stream to try and get... Hold on. Bear with me here. Bear with me.
Anybody else?
Shut the fuck up. Oh, Phil's playing the game now. That's how fucking far behind we are. When do you start reading out contributions? How far behind are we here? We're behind by 28 minutes apparently. Oh fuck. Is it 28 minutes in?
Meaningful content.
Yeah, so, and Phil got a tip when?
Time. Alright? I am someone...
No, you're no one.
Better, and that way they profit from it.
You're still talking about shit. Fuck me, man. Phil's been on this fucking point for so long.
It sucks. It sucks having a schedule all over the place. Now...
Oh, okay, that's too far.
Bad by public...
Okay, here we go.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Warren for super chat. He says, every time he says that, it makes me think of Saddam Hussein in the South Park movie. I can change, don't have to be a dirty little bastard. Yeah, exactly. Fucking Saddam Hussein pretending he's changed for Satan so he can fucking enjoy his fucking luxury lifestyle in hell. That was kind of a strange take, I know. But yeah, it's just Saddam Hussein fucking like claiming he's a changed guy, not shit, just to fucking win over Satan. Oh my god, so I want to remind everyone, again, one more time, what the tip was that Ansu Kamaru said that fucking got Phil on this rant in the first place. Here is what the person that gave Phil money, who has given Phil money in the past, and is an actual fan of DSP, said originally.
I'm going to shout out on the YouTube side at all. However, there's a couple tips that have come in, so let's give them a look.
This is the first tip I did mind. This is the first tip.
Anso Kamaru has tipped me $2. Says, well, I 100% agree. Dead Island 2 looks generic and open world with like drivel. It seems like you're contradictory on your use of public perception. If you like a game that's considered bad by public perception, like Callisto Protocol, you call everyone wrong and insult others. If a game has bad reviews that you're not interested in, you say reviewers are right and the game is bad. If a game gets raving reviews and a high public perception but you're not interested in it, you'll say reviewers and everyone are wrong. I think you should stop going on very condescending rants about games that you haven't played that end up hurting your brand perception.
It's an excellent fucking point. They're all very valid and true fucking points. Phil is shit on a game he's not even going to touch. He has no idea what the game's like because he has not fucking played the goddamn game. And whenever fucking someone fucking shits on him without giving him a fair chance, a fair shot, because they're fucking getting their information from out of context to track the channels, he loses his goddamn tiny mind. And yet he's fucking shitting all over fucking Dead Rising 2 without ever fucking giving it a fair crack, not even fucking trying to play a demo of it or some bish. It is contradictory. It is hypocritical. And that fucking led to an insanely fucking long rant.
Game developers need to start actually putting effort in and making more meaningful, better games now.
Shut the fuck up. You need to start putting fucking more goddamn effort into your goddamn content. Fucking 10 minutes ago, before this fucking rant anyway, you were fucking bitching and whining about Twitter not fucking doing the fucking job for you of trying to find relevant news, gaming news stories for you. Heaven forbid Phil Burnell should actually fucking have to put effort into his goddamn fucking shitey gaming news fucking segments of his fucking shitey podcast and actually try and find said gaming news himself, rather than Twitter just fucking hand feeding that garbage all the fucking time. It's unbelievable. Fucking talk about lack of effort. You're really fucking going about the lack of effort, Phil. The game developers need to fucking do better. So why? Why don't you fucking try and do better for your own fucking goddamn channel, Phil? What? The best content creators can fucking take a random fucking game. It can be a AAA title, or it can be a wee small indie fucking game. It can be any game. But the great content creators make gold dust out of the shit.
It's not enough to just pump out a functional game. Now you have to pump out a meaningful game. And that's really the problem. Functional versus meaningful. Just because you made a functional game doesn't even need to mean to exist. Dead Island 2. Tell me what space in gaming that's filling. How many of us have been screaming, we need an open world zombie killing game? This is a game that's 10 years outdated. 10 years outdated. This was supposed to be a game that would have been popular during the zombie craze of The Walking Dead. Who the fuck even talks about The Walking Dead in 2023? This is a bygone era of gaming. There's no reason even, it's like, it's a fart in the wind. It's like, why are we talking about it? And then on top of that, it's apparently not very good. On top of all of that, you see? So I understand what you're saying, but again, when I'm being pulled in so many directions, when I have limited time because I'm a different kind of creator now, I have to pick and choose the best projects for my audience. I know that I'm going to get meaningful content out of a game like Oblivion. This is a playthrough where I learned the game on the fly from the live audience. People have helped me every step of the way. We have fun interactions, and people who've been there for those streams love it. Absolutely love it, right? Final Fantasy is a game near and dear to my heart. I grew up playing classic Final Fantasies. This will be a series that will mean something to an audience, as opposed to, oh, Phil played Dead Island and mashed buttons and killed a bunch of zombies for 2 streams and swore at the game because it sucks. Ha ha ha. That's brainless, you know, brain-melting drivel content. I'd much rather put out more meaningful shit. Seriously. So, sorry you don't understand that, but things change over time, all right? And you might say, oh, it's hypocritical. Well, there's some cases where I have to listen to public opinion because I can't clone myself. I don't have money and time to play every game.
Well, if you're able to clone yourself, you could finally achieve your lifelong ambition of just fucking yourself.
Sorry. I wish I did. I wish that I could have more time and means. But no, the day that I became a full-time streamer, things changed. For the better, in my opinion. I think most people would agree. Look at my content since 2017 to now. Compare that with the old-style content I used to put out, where I used to be the guy who played every shit game and ranted and raved about them all. Right? So, that's my take. If you disagree, you have your right to disagree, and that's fine. But you're not going to change my mind on a game that I have no interest in. I was half interested until people told us what it was. I said, that's exactly what I thought it was going to be. And that's nothing I'm interested in playing. I'm not wasting my time, your time, money, or anything like that when we could do anything else that's going to be more meaningful.
There's the fucking word that all Phil had to say, instead of saying all of that in response, instead of saying all that wasted fucking, bloviation of fucking nonsense coming out of his fucking mouth, all Phil had to say was that one word. Money. That is why Phil is not willing to play Dead Rising 2. Money. He doesn't think it's going to do well for him financially. He doesn't want to fucking give $70 to just play it in the first place.
Sorry. Okay. I received a $1.50 tip. What is your obsession with Elon? I have no obsession with Elon. I like everyone else, have objective observations of this man as an outsider, and it's hilarious that so many people kiss his butt when he regularly does horrible, stupid things, horrible, bad decisions, business decisions, personal decisions.
Remind you of anyone?
This is a guy who is one of the most powerful people in the world who decided to make tweets about 420. And when he made them, he got in legal trouble because people went and bought stock and shit based off of what he tweeted, but he's so irresponsible, he thought it was funny. And he didn't care because he had no consequences for what he did. Yeah, he was penalized, it cost him money, he got kicked off the board of a company, and then he continued to go on in life and succeed anyway because people just keep praising the guy. I'm not going to sit here and kiss the guy's butt because other people do. The things he does are stupid. Really stupid. It's not just like, oh, kind of dumb. It's just kind of like really dumb. Yet, it's like, it's a comedy of errors where it's like, he making these errors, it's hilarious to watch his antics, but because he's super rich, he's insulated from any consequences in his life. Buy Twitter, change it all for the worse. That's fine though, because what consequence will he have for it? How many laws did he break doing this? Who cares? He's super rich. He'll get away with it.
And therein lies Phil's problem with Elon Musk. He has a lot of money. Therefore, jealousy.
Right?
I'm not a big fan of Elon Musk either, but for fuck's sake, Phil is just clearly just jealous of people who are rich as fuck. That's the simple truth of the matter. He's jealous of Donald Trump because he's fucking super rich. He's jealous of anyone that's fucking rich.
So, to me, I'm just like, I'll be honest. Sorry, I don't have an obsession with the guy. Every once in a while, Twitter sucks. I'll bring it up. If you don't like that, well, try separating your lips from his ass for a second, and maybe you'll see things for what they are. Okay, a couple shout-outs here.
Jesus Christ, how fucking toxic. Holy fuck, man. One more time. Phil's toxicity in Phil's show.
Obsession with the guy. Every once in a while, Twitter sucks. I'll bring it up. If you don't like that, well, try separating your lips from his ass for a second, and maybe you'll see things for what they are. Okay, a couple shout-outs here. Death Talica 666 did a super chat and says, hey man, please tell me Kat is going to be okay. She's going to be okay. Like I said, after having a more relaxing day at home yesterday, she feels better. And then Evil Gandhi did a super chat. Says, here's for changing for the better. Thank you, Evil Gandhi. What a name, though. Evil Gandhi. Alrighty, then. Thank you for the super chat. All right. So, guys, here's the deal. I think we should end the podcast. All right.
Seriously? Already?
Because, as I said, excuse me.
Well, finally I got another fucking burp at least, so four. It seems still to be very short.
As I said, I want to get in about 2 hours of gameplay of Elden Ring. And if I end now, and I use the restroom quickly, we should have about enough time for 2 hours. We can end, and then I can change the setup, because what I don't have to do is swap consoles, get the Capcom presentation set up on the Xbox, also change the format a little bit because I have like the Elden Ring border and everything, so I have to change that around. So give me a few extra minutes rather than me rushing and then missing the beginning of the presentation. Let's say if we start Elden Ring in the next 15 minutes or so, roughly, then I'd be able to play for 2 solid hours and then have time to take a quick break, switch over to the Street Fighter presentation, do the live react properly, and not be rushed to do it, you see? So even though, normally I would go at least another 25 minutes on the podcast, I feel like today it makes sense to end it early. I hope that you've enjoyed the show. I hope that you got something out of it. We talked about a lot of topics in this hour, right? Holy crap, did we cover a lot in turbo speed. So thank you for watching, and until next time, when probably we'll have a full-fledged podcast tomorrow, and of course, on tomorrow's podcast, we'll be able to talk about all the stuff we saw during the Street Fighter 6 presentation. We'll be able to talk more about the schedule, because we'll actually understand what the schedule is going to be for the weekend and all of that, more concretely. But in the meantime, the one thing that I do want to remind you all is that you...
No.
I get set up quickly, and like I
Getting fucking skipping that garbage.
said, I am going to quickly use the restroom, and then we're going to begin with Elden Ring. Yes, I know that was kind of a rushed ending, but it's a necessary thing for today. We'll play a couple hours of Elden Ring, like I said, and then we'll set up and we'll do the Street Fighter 6 presentation. Probably around 2:30-ish Pacific time is when we'll get set up for that. So we'll have a little bit of a hype to build up for it and everything. Okay. I'm not centered. I screwed it up. I think I was almost centered and then I screwed it up. Is that centered? I think that looks centered, correct? Let's double check here. Looks pretty good. Maybe slightly off, but it looks pretty good. Hold on.
And he's fucked off. Did he just, like, crack a bone or something?
Pretty good. Hold on.
Listen out.
Oh, by the way. So, for anyone who purchased the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection on PlayStation, I have a question for you. Okay, so here it is. Here's Final Fantasy V. I've pre-installed it for tonight, so we're good to go for the late stream. Okay? But here's my question. When I bought it, I bought the collection, by the way, not just the one game, so I own all of them and we can play them whenever we want in the future. Something weird happened. So I bought it, and when it had all the things available to download right now, it said it had profile icons. You know how my icon is the Heavy Rain origami? Right here, see it? So it said that there were profile icons, and it also said that there were themes that you could install on your PS5. And I was like, oh, that's neat. I'd like some of this. So I went to it. I wanted to get a theme for Final Fantasy V, so I went to it, and I clicked on it, and the weirdest thing happened. Instead of downloading the theme, it then took me to the digital page for Final Fantasy VI. And I was like, huh?
You probably clicked the wrong thing, you dumb cunt.
So I tried again, and it just kept doing it. So I don't know if it's a glitch, if they're not really available, or if maybe you can only get them if you download Final Fantasy VI. They're part of, it comes with that game. I don't get it. I was very confused. And because the game was new when I got it yesterday, there were no answers online about it. So I have no clue. I don't know if they've changed it since then. Like, if you go down here, see, there's nothing. Usually they have, like, related stuff down here. View product. Play game. Choose edition. And I got this one, the bundle.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Doesn't really make Phil dance when he's on this fucking, like, no, it's, he moves, but he's fucking on the top corner, so you barely fucking see him. Thank you very much to Black Mage for the super chat. It says, PS5 has no themes. He is stupid as hell. See, I don't own a PlayStation 5, so I wasn't fully clued up on that. But Phil, being a PS5 owner, you think you should know this kind of thing. So, yeah. Does Phil agree? Yeah, Phil's agreeing. He's nodding his head. He agrees. But yeah, there you go. Phil is just a completely stupid idiot, as per usual. And he's probably going to fucking have his audience tell him patiently that PS5 has no themes.
Game. Choose edition. And I got this one, the bundle. Yeah, see, it says it comes with theme and avatars. See that? It says it came with theme and avatars, and it claims it's installed. Okay, how do you find themes on your PlayStation 5? Where would the themes be?
This is painful. This is painful to watch someone crash and burn like this.
Up here in settings, maybe? There's a whole theme section.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I don't see anything for it. Oh, really?
There it is.
Oh, no.
That ass.
I'm being told it's PS4 themes. Oh, oh, oh! I really wanted a nice retro Final Fantasy theme for my PS5. And people are saying, no, they're PS4 themes because the game is PS4, PS5. That's upsetting. PS5 doesn't have themes. They replaced them with screen changing when you hover over the game. Right, so this would be your Elden Ring theme. This would be your Final Fantasy V theme, which isn't bad. I like that. It's got the characters, it's got the actual, you know, the key art or the logo art of the game. This would be your WWE 2K22 art. Oh. That's not bad for Resident Evil 4. I actually really like that one. Anyway. Alright, let's take a very brief break. All I'm gonna do is mute the mic, use the restroom, come right back, and then we're gonna start with Elden Ring. Okay, so please be patient. I'll be back in like just a couple minutes, and then we'll start.
Fucking woo to the who. And we can fast forward, of course, until Phil gets his fucking get rid nurse back in his chair. Well, he's fucking taking his sweet ass time today.
It's not.
Well, here we go. I see Phil throw himself into his fucking chair and probably have a pained expression on his face as per usual. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here he comes. Any second now. There he is. And then he closes the door because Cat's home. No pained expression today. Congratulations, Phil. You hid your pals well.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this for everyone who's being pissy in the chat that I'm not playing Dead Island 2. Shut up. Stop.
Oh my god, we're still talking about this. We're still, straight away, as soon as he comes back, he's fucking ranting and raving at his chat again. How far behind about this point in time? That's like 25 minutes, crap. I was going to go try to like check out like the raw DSP on Odyssey, but we're too far behind to see what the chat was saying at the time. Oh man, I just want to see this again. I want to see Phil go straight into toxic rant mode.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say this for everyone who's being pissy in the chat that I'm not playing Dead Island 2. Shut up. Stop bringing it up because now I'm tired of it. Like now I'm actually officially annoyed by you because there's a bunch of people who are like making jokes. Oh, you're still not playing Dead Island. Shut up. I'm not playing a game I'm not interested in. It's not gonna be good for the channel. You're wasting your time and my time bitching about it. If you want to see Dead Island 2, go watch someone else play it for 2 days and then drop it. Because that's all they're gonna do. They're gonna play it for the 2 days they get paid to play it, and then they're gonna drop the game too.
Did you notice that? They get paid to play it. He does not believe that his audience are going to fucking give him enough money to justify playing the goddamn game. That is the simple truth of the matter right there. He firmly believes with all of his little fucking tiny black heart that his audience are not going to fucking make it a worthwhile game for him to fucking play to merit, you know, getting, you know, no support, getting enough support on to fucking keep playing it. So, yeah. That's brilliant, Phil. Encourage your audience to fuck the fuck off and watch other content creators give them what they want. That's a genius fucking strategy. I just mean, what can go wrong with such a strategy like that? Encouraging people to just leave and go elsewhere to get the content they're craving.
No one cares about this fucking game, alright? So move on and stop bothering me about it. I don't want to play it. I have no intentions of playing it. I never had intentions of playing it to begin with. It didn't look good. And then we got reviews, and the reviews also corroborated what I thought about the game. You're wasting everyone's fucking time, including mine. I don't want to see people bitching about it in the chat. This is not a bitch fest to complain that I'm not playing a game that I had no intention of playing to begin with. Alright? So stop right now. Because now I'm trying to be nice about it. I am. And if I see you continue, I'm not going to be nice about it anymore. Alright? Because now I forewarned you. I've had enough. Officially now, you just hit me with enough annoyance that I really have zero interest in this game ever. And I will never play it. Congratulations. My chair moved when I was gone, called a ghost hunter. Well, that's disturbing. I do have a fan on, but I'm fairly certain the fan is not strong enough to make the chair move, so maybe...
I mean, I'm kind of curious to check that out. Did his chair move when he was gone? No. I don't think it did. Not unless it fucking moved one way and then back the other way, but no. So he left the chair is still there the whole time. It's not, I'm every 5 seconds I'm fast forwarding. Yeah, I think his chat's fucking with him. The chair is not moved. Judgy was watching it the entire time. No sign at all. Judgy's there fucking just staring over the whole scene. The chair did not move one bit. And then Phil returns and fucking rants at his fucking audience for daring to fucking want a new game being played.
My chair moved when I was gone, called a ghost hunter. Well, that's disturbing. I do have a fan on, but I'm fairly certain the fan is not strong enough to make the chair move. So maybe there is a haunted chair, perhaps. Okay.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Metro Super Chat says Kat must have been walking around to her room. It is very possible Kat fucking does make the house shake whenever she fucking gets a bit angry, as demonstrated by this intro. I mean, I can actually just like fast forward to when Kat stomps around angrily. There you go. Yeah, that's what caused the chair to move. That's exactly what it caused. Fucking go. Remember, shout out to Pixar Animations for making that intro for me once again. It's an incredible wee intro. I fucking love having that.
Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Call a ghost hunter. Yes. Okay, so I'm removing people who don't listen so that we can actually start and focus on this game.
Leaning Bands, he's loaning people left and right for talking about Dead Island 2. Stephen Ed says that Alt's going to be so unhappy with you lot. Why? Why the fuck's that big four-headed bastard going to be unhappy with us? What reason has Alt got to be unhappy with us all? There's no reason for Alt to get so pissy with us. There's no reason whatsoever.
Okay. See, because here's the truth. Here they are. Here's the trolls. Now people bringing up troll channels and shit. Here you go. So here's the truth. The people that are going to sit here and bitch about it and trying to stir up problems, that's what they're here for. I'm not stupid. So get rid of those people quickly as well. And then we can actually start. I'll wait a minute. I'll wait a minute.
As such a fucking positive person, imagine turning up to DSP Gaming and they fucking, this is your first impression of him. Oh, he's about to play the game, let's tune in and see what it's like. And it's just all bitching and whining about people. How dare you guys fucking say you want to play this game, get out of here. I'm going to ban this guy and that guy and that guy and that guy for talking about other people's channels.
Dragon Ball Raging Boner, you know, you've been nice with contributions in the last few days, but now you're doing a double super chat to say something stupid about something very dumb. And if I see that again, you're also going to get out of here too.
Jesus Christ, man. Can I actually fucking scroll up in Phil's chat, see what was said, or am I fucking too far behind? I think I'm too far behind. I'm too far behind, crap. Ah, Jesus, man. I don't know what was said, I can't check, but Jesus, he is so toxic. What was it he said? You've been so generous and nice with contributions, but you're saying dumb things, so stop it. Was that something like that?
Dragon Ball Raging Boner, you know, you've been nice with contributions in the last few days, but...
You've been nice with contributions in the last few days. Jesus fucking Christ, you've been nice with contributions. Basically, the guy would have been leaned already had he not fucking given Phil money beforehand. That's a translation for what that means.
But now, you're doing a double super chat to say something stupid about something very dumb. And if I see that again, you're also going to get out of here too, because I'm really just not in the mood. I'm really just not in the mood for your bullshit today, okay? Thanks. What's up, Jade? How's it going? Excuse me. Am I in the right save room? Yes, I am. There it is. The lift. Okay.
Nice hat, dumbass.
Are we ready to start now? Gary, the reason that I'm mad is because people are being assholes to me, and I don't like that. Especially when I'm coming back from a break, and here we're going to start an awesome new week of streaming, and people take it upon themselves to try to piss me off on purpose, and I don't appreciate that.
But Phil, the problem with that is that you're fucking taking that out of context. If you fucking looked at it within the full context, you realise that you have no reason to be pissed off with them. I don't know. Phil's about to fucking begin the gameplay, obviously, which means this is always going to be a tough bingo to win. It's a shorter podcast than usual, so I changed it from the 5x5 card to the 3x3 card, which I don't think has really helped as much because it actually did limit our options in a sense as well. Instead of having 25 things on the card, we've only had 9 things on the card, so there's less things to tick off technically. I don't think we would have won though, but that's way it was still a shorter fucking bingo anyway.
It's basically very immature, and I'm not putting up with it. I'm just going to end it now so we can actually focus on good stuff this week rather than have to put up with these people's nonsense. All right, Dan the Man has re-upped his membership for a whopping 15 months. Hey, Phil, what's going on, Dan? It's good to see you. How are you? Welcome to the stream. The podcast was a good abridged podcast where we had to kind of move through it so I could get 2 hours of Elden Ring in before the Street Fighter 6 presentation later today.
So, this is a good example of Phil that's actually able to do a shorter podcast. He is very capable of talking about his day off, the news segments and news stories, and reader contributions and do his schedule. He managed to squeeze it all in within an hour instead of an hour and a half. So he can do a shorter podcast if he so chooses to do so. It just doesn't. For reasons. Also, he only decided today to do a shorter podcast, which means he doesn't even have to worry about, people might be, expecting, the podcast to go to normal time. I can't deviate from my schedule. My schedule says gameplay begins at 12:30, and I was like, no, today it didn't. Today, his fucking gameplay did not begin at the stated scheduled time, so he can change it on the fly if he wants. He can begin gameplay earlier any time if he fucking wants. It's just randomly today he decided not to accommodate his fucking Street Fighter fucking, love.
Okay, are we ready to go? We ready to start? Can we start with gameplay now? DC has a haiku for us to start. A carry-up manner.
No, fuck your haikus. I'm just gonna skip it.
Yes. And don't they show up later in the game as well? In various places, but this is the place... Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. This is the place where they really start and they have the focus as some of the main enemies, right? So there you go. Okay. Alright, shall we begin? So by the way, I said I would remind you guys,
Oh, here we fucking go, guys. But in case you missed it earlier on, Phil has a brand new, dent-headed contributed hat. Somebody gave him a brand new hat. He has not shown off what the hat is, though. To see it, you need to give him $100. Isn't that an amazing incentive for you guys? The last 2 Elden Ring streams, Phil has actually been given $100 in tips on both of them. Like, exactly $100 on both of them. So he is expecting $100 for this gameplay. He is hoping for $100 for this gameplay. There you go.
To remind you again, we have a new hat today. This hat was donated by a viewer. The hat is, I would consider, a pretty classy hat, but there's a story behind it. If we hit our $100 of support goal today, I'll put on the new hat for you. You get to see what it is, and then.
By the way, I think it's a top hat. Because he's saying it's a classy hat, I'm thinking it's a top hat. Now, other people had guesses, like a fedora. Toss Salad thinks it's a derby hat. Yeah, so yeah, that being said, saying classy equals fedora or top hat, yeah. My initial guess was top hat. So yeah, I'll find it very soon, I guess.
It'll be added to the rotation afterward, okay? So new hat today if we happen to hit $100 on today's stream. Team Terror.
And a reminder as well, Phil is paid by YouTube tomorrow, and yeah, he's fucking, desperate for $100 today.
Hawk welcome. Says, good afternoon. I've been enjoying this run. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Ladies and...
Shut the fuck up, Phil. That's the end of bingo. Today's bingo's always going to be a bit of a bust because Phil had a shorter podcast anyway. That's going to be the end of bingo. I don't think, as I said, the 5x5 card would have yielded much of a, better look anyway because it was such a shorter podcast as well. But sadly, that is going to be the end of the bingo antics. Now let's go to full. Let's go to full screen here, and let's refresh the stream. $11, and Phil's away. Wait, where the fuck did he go? There he is. Oh, it's cat, says Big Leon. There's a fucking horse-like picture on the screen.
I thought I heard someone outside talking, and I looked and I didn't see anyone, so I just double-checked to make sure there was no one out there. There's garbage people coming in and out today. So I'm like, what's going on out there, man? Making all this commotion. But
it was just Tyrone visiting Cat. It's no big fucking deal. It's covered in this. You get to see fucking Tyrone appear here. There he is there. There's the man Tyrone. That's how you fucking heard. They're just paying Cat a fucking daily visit as per usual to try and satisfy that annoying fucking mare.
seems fine. Alright.
So he literally left his stream just to fucking see what the fucking random conversation was that fucking someone was having probably passing by. I want to see what Phil was like before this.
Hold on a second, everybody.
And he mutes it. He intentionally mutes his microphone. But he heard something. His ears perked up there. Hold on, let me mute my own music. Can we hear anything ourselves, I wonder?
Hold on a second.
Nah, we can't hear a goddamn thing.
Everybody.
And he intentionally mutes his microphone. And then he fucking also takes off his fucking toilet seat headphones. Leaves the room, tries to find so. And he comes back.
I thought I heard someone outside talking, and I looked and I didn't see anyone, so I just double checked to make sure there was no one out there.
How dare people socially interact outside my domicile?
There's garbage people coming in and out today. So I'm like, what's going on out there, man? Making all this commotion, but it seems fine. Alright, no big deal. So this is the top.
You paranoid fuck.
Alright. Now, over here.
So $11. Phil made $11 overall. Fucking hooray so far. Well, no sign of the hat yet. We'll have to wait later on and see what, if anything. Phil might not get to wear the hat today, bear in mind. He might not get that opportunity. It depends if his dentheads follow through and, like the last two Elden Ring streams, give him $100 for it once more. And of course tonight, Phil was playing the new Final Fantasy. New. It's a remastered Final Fantasy V game. So there you go. I'm going to end things how I always end things, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for enjoying the bingo. Sadly, it was not a full house today, but Phil kind of changed the rules on the fly. We tried our best to adapt. There's always tomorrow, though. Tomorrow should be a normal bingo stream. Hopefully we can get a full house then. But don't automatically fucking play when I go full screen, you fucking dick YouTube. Anyway, sorry. So I'm going to end things how I always end things. I'm going to fucking play a great fucking video. Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations. So guys, thank you once again for being here. I do hope you all had a good time. Hope you had fun. Keep an eye out for some. I don't know who else is live right now. I guess we could actually, before we even go, hold on, before we even play this, let me have a wee look. See, let me see if I can recommend you our detractors to check out who might be live right now. Who else is live right now? Chill Murray's live, Tractagus is live, Rydrick is live, and Almighty Loser. They're all live right now. So there you go, you got Almighty Loser, Rydrick, Tractagus, and Chill Murray. Chill Murray's a good dude. I mean, they're all good dudes, but I'm going to link you to Chill Murray's stream if you guys want to check out Chill Murray. Tell him I sent your ass there. So there you go. And I'm going to wrap things up there though myself, so. Anyway. So, thank you very much for being here, as I said. I hope you all had a good, fun bingo time. Not the greatest of podcasts, because Phil's doing a shorter one anyway. And but there's always tomorrow to try and get a full house again, to try and prepare ourselves for a fun weekend. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday, how you want to spend it. And I'll see you all tomorrow for some more bingo antics. But until then, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you all later. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your 420.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone.